Oh,
night
that's
to
right.
eat. Did a little shopping yesterday. I had a minister's call. There's several pockets. We belong to a group called Disciples Fellowship, and it's not Disciples Churches. It's people with the Stone Campbell theory of things. And the ministers are several ministers groups that meet throughout the week that are doing a Bible study or a book study or something. And you got a group of people, other ministers checking in on other ministers, making sure you're okay. And so I have that on Thursday afternoon. So usually I go to the office in Mount Sterling on Thursday, do that call, then I pack up just in time to head to go play golf. And Thursday's Thursday's a nice day for me. I'm not at home. I'm not doing projects. But I didn't want to miss it because I suggested the book this time. And the last guy that suggested a book had some family issues and didn't show up the whole time. And it was a real crappy book. He came back a couple weeks ago. He said, Dan, I want to thank you. That's kind of like the worst book I've ever read. It was Lies Your Therapist Told You. Christian-based guy, but it was taking it from what I call an extreme Christian view is if there's really not mental issues, you're not right with God.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. Now, could you be having more problems than you have because you are not right with God?
Absolutely.
You don't have to have mental problems or physical problems to be struggling. So, yeah.
The problem our little church is a non-denominational church.
And that's what we are in Clayton. Yeah.
We had a minister that was, and he's a great guy. I've known him for 50 years or more, but he started at our church first, which we shouldn't hold that against him, but he ended up taking another church and then couldn't handle it. His wife was sick. She had cancer, and she's passed since then, but he kind of left us high and dry. Well, our old minister that was before Virgil come back and helped a little, but we just have 3 different ministers that come every week, and it works out great. Well, a lot of people like to hear a different style, a different word.
Continuity, is a problem. That's the only thing. I'll send you some information on DHF because people that belong to DHF are independent or non-denominational churches, and it gives you a resource. Like one or two of my elders got on. They had a elders leading elders kind of thing for the elders to go to. And it's all online. You don't have to go anywhere.
That's good.
And like I said, for the ministers, we've got a safe place where you can talk and meet with other ministers throughout.
We had 4, which it worked out really good. Once a month, each one of them would come, but he got a permanent church, and that's great for him. But it works out pretty good. Right. People really enjoy hearing a different style of message or a different message. I mean, it's all the same message, but just the delivery is different. They really did. Yeah, that was great to see. And probably would have been better if it had been on Sunday. That Bill Cotton and I were just talking about that a few minutes ago. Yeah, total agreement. And the crowd was into it. The last 3-horse race,
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Ah. Check 1 2. Check. Check, check, check. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Harness Tube. Steve Surratt here today, running solo on this side of the track. On the other side of the track, we've got Lisa Surratt today doing the videography for us on Harness Tube as we are at the Coles County Fair in Charleston, Illinois for day 3 of racing today. 12 races on the card, and first race due to set off post time right around 12:30. So we're ready for action today here at the Coles County Fair. David Brink, we wish him well. He's back home working today. And David, we miss you. But hey, guess what? When you're as young as you are, you've got to work. So with that, we'll bring you the best broadcast that we can do today with us, giving you all the stats and everything for this race day today here in Charleston. As we are a little overcast today, there is rain in the forecast. We're hoping we can get racing in today before things cut loose, but we'll see what happens with that as far as that goes. Different things have happened on the radar. We'll have to see what goes on with that, but plenty of racing on board for you today. With that, we're going to take a quick station break and give our sponsor some time here. You're listening to Harness Tube.
At Yoder's Custom Woodworking and Amish Furniture. From custom kitchens and built-ins to handcrafted furniture, outdoor poly, and more. Family owned and trusted since 1995. Visit Yoder's in Sullivan or call 217-728-2166 today.
Avenatti Racing, a third-generation, family-run stable with a legacy of excellence. Centrally located between Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky racing programs, Avenatti Racing specializes in buying yearlings, breaking, training, and racing top-performing standardbreds. Call 217-840-6469 or email avenattiracing@gmail.com today. Avenatti Racing, from yearling to racetrack, we build contenders.
Kerr Auction is your trusted source for ag equipment, attachments, construction gear, trucks, trailers, and hard-to-find parts. With live and online auctions at kerrauction.com, you can bid from anywhere, field, job site, or front porch. From big equipment to small parts. If you need it, Kerr Auction has it. Don't miss your next deal. Check out kerrauction.com today. Kerr Auction, built for the working world.
Why pay more for the same groceries? Your favorite brands at prices you'll love. Right here in Mattoon. Family owned and proud to serve our community. Proud supporters of local harness racing and the Coles County Fair. Stop in and save today. B&D Grocery in Mattoon.
Experience matters. At Simmons Stable, Illinois Hall of Fame trainer Tom Simmons along with wife Benita, has built a legacy of developing and racing championship standardbreds. From yearling to winner's circle, every horse is guided with experience, expertise, and care. Simmons Stable, 217-801-4246.
Looking to move your mobile home? Need a roll-off dumpster at a competitive rate? Or maybe it's time to demo that old mobile home? Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport has you covered. We serve Central Illinois with reliable mobile home transport, offer affordable roll-off dumpsters for the Springfield area, and provide expert demolition services across Illinois and Missouri. For fast, friendly service, call Wayne Decker at 217-313-9744. That's 217-313-9744. Or find Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport on Facebook, your one-stop solution for mobile home services.
Long before the crowds arrive, the work is already underway. Track after track. Kevin Miller Stable campaigns winning standardbreds across the Midwest. Kev Miller Stable, 217-254-0170.
For over 40 years, horses have been our way of life. Built on experience, patience, and care. From sale preparation to rehabilitation, we are committed to helping horses reach their potential. Brenneman Equine, a tradition of horsemanship. Call Lamar or Ronnie today.
Real craftsmanship still exists at Yoder's Custom Woodworking and Amish Furniture. From custom kitchens and built-ins to handcrafted furniture, outdoor poly, and more. Family owned and trusted since 1995. Visit Yoder's in Sullivan or call 217-728-2166 today.
Avenatti Racing, a third-generation, family-run stable with a legacy of excellence. Centrally located between Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky racing programs, Avenatti Racing specializes in buying yearlings, breaking, training, and racing top-performing standardbreds. Call 217-840-6469 or email avenattiracing@gmail.com today. Avenatti Racing, from yearling to racetrack, we build contenders.
Back with you on Harness Tube. Steve Surratt on board with you today. Lisa Surratt running camera. Your track announcer will be Kurt Becker, and your judge today will be Randy Callahan. We are 12 races for you today. We're glad that you could join in and be a part of it. We want to talk about some things coming up for you. As you can see, we've got racing coming up. We're here. We're at Lincoln. Coming up on Sunday, Altamont, Marshall, the same on Wednesday. We're going to do a doubleheader for you that day, and then to Altamont, and then back to Brown County for those races in Brown County. Want to thank our generous donors out there who have helped us out and with the broadcast. Some of them have been around, and our advertisers and sponsors for this is our fourth season, have been around for 4 seasons, and we thank you for that. And if you would like to do that, we'd love to have you on board for that. And let's see. I think Yep, Randy Callahan's going to mark my things for me. Thank you, Randy. As we make some driver changes in the day, and we'll keep you abreast of that. Kurt Becker will keep you abreast of that, but thank you for your donations. Also out there, check out our website at harnesstube.com. All kinds of neat information out there. You can find race each individual race. If you go to it, you can watch each individual race separately. You don't have to watch the whole broadcast if you don't want to. So that's out there available. Driver statistics and trainer statistics, and we're keeping track for the harness tube belt. For racing with that, there is a belt that the driver will win at the end of the year. I haven't looked today, but the last time I looked, Wyan Evanetti had a pretty hefty lead over Matt Evanetti, J.D. Finn, and maybe one other driver there. But that's what's going on with that. We also, if you want to promote your business, hey, we would love to have you promote your business with Harness Tube. So we thank you for that. Because I'm apparently messed up there. Hang on.
Kerr Auction is your trusted source.
There we go. And we'd like for you to like, subscribe, or follow us. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel and go to notifications, you will get notified via email or text message when we go on the air. That's a great source. I have that with, we do that with our BC Hornet Sports, and the fans love it because they can click on the link right there and go directly to the broadcast. So do that for us. Do our Facebook or YouTube, like or subscribe for that. What people pay in advertising covers our travel and lodging and broadcast equipment and doing the live coverage. So if you would like to help out, again, we'd love to have your support. Also send us some old pictures. We're looking for old racing pictures, maybe memories that you've had of harness racing as you were growing up and doing things in life. So we would love to have some of those, and you can send those to any of the information online there, harnesstube@gmail.com. Facebook, you can message us at HarnessTube, or you can text message David at 312-772-5122. And so with that, again, if you're a business, you'd like to promote your business, we're about done for the year. We've got 1 week left. Check it out for next year. Or get in contact with David, and he'll make sure he contacts you when that's all ready. We're going to take a minute for our sponsors here, and I'm going to back off the microphone for a little bit. We'll be back after a few.
Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Folks, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Coles County Fair, the oldest continuous fair in Illinois, as we get set to go racing for the third and final time on the week. A big card of 12 races lined up. We're going to play Pick a Winner in the grandstand, I-57 roofing, and also Joey's partnering up to present our Pick a Winner contest here today. It'll be $50 after each and every race that we will draw for, and then $100 after the 12th and final race. So make sure you get those Pick a Winner entries turned in to our ushers before each race goes to the post throughout the course of the day. This half-mile track is fast. It is ready for racing. There could be some weather in the area. As somebody said to me one day, well, we've always got weather. It's a matter of what kind of weather we have. So radar indicates that there could be some pockets of showers here today, but hopefully we'll be able to avoid that. And the good news is this racetrack, as we talked about earlier in the week, it can take some rain. It can take some water because you've got a full-time horseman's colony that stables here year-round. And as a result of that, this racetrack stays well-maintained, has a pretty good limestone surface to it as well, so that is the good news here today. More in a moment.
Okay, that was the one she told us about there in the back. Maybe it wasn't on hers or something.
At the end of the program today, the Coles County Fair Association will officially recognize the leading trainer for the week. The leading trainer is based on a point system: 5 points for a win, 3 points for second, 1 point for a third place finish. Your defending champion is Jill Brown, and she is one of 7 individuals that have a chance to win this title. It pays $250 thanks to the Coles County Fair Board. Marcus Detweiler and Clark Fairley are tied with 17 points each as we get ready to start this third and final day of racing. Jamaica Patton not far behind with 16. Kevin Miller is fourth with 15. Then we come to Jill Brown with 11, Dennis Gardner 10, and Steve Searle with 10 points. And again, $250 to our leading trainer of the meet. Pick a Winner players. Let's go ahead and take a look at the early changes for today's program, and we will review and update these changes throughout the course of the day. In the opener today, scratch number 1, She Ain't Got Time. First race, scratch number 1, She Ain't Got Time. Reason given by the trainer, personal. Second race, driver change on the 2, Skunk Alicious. That'll be Clark Fairley. Second race, the driver of the 2, Skunk Alicious, Clark Fairley. Third race, the driver of the 5, Lose Recruit, Jordan Patton. Third race, number 5, Lose Recruit, Jordan Patton. In the fourth race, driver of the 1, Lose Night Vision, will be Marcus Detweiler. That's in the fourth race. Number 1, Lose Night Vision, the driver, Marcus Detweiler. Scratch, number 3, Shady Maple Credit. Again, that's in the fourth race. Scratch, number 3, Shady Maple Credit. Reason personal. Race 5. Driver of the 1, Fox Valley Lava, Matt Avenatti. That's race 5, number 1, Fox Valley Lava, Matt Avenatti, your driver. Sixth race. Driver of the 1, I Understand, Marcus Detweiler. Sixth race, number 1, I Understand, Marcus Detweiler is the driver. Scratch, number 3, Great Seats. That's in the sixth race. Scratch the 3, Great Seats, scratched sick. Race 7. Driver of the 2, Lily Jane, will be Harold Finn Jr. That is race 7. The driver of the 2, Lily Jane, Harold Finn Jr. Also in race 7, driver of the 5, Coldplay, Matt Avenatti. Seventh race, driver of the 5, Coldplay, Matt Avenatti. Race 8. Scratch the 3, Red Eye Boss. Reason Personal. Race 8, scratch number 3, Red Eye Boss. No changes in the 9th. 10th race, driver of the 2, Shelley Sue Can Do It 2, Matt Avenatti. That's the 10th race. Number 2, Shelley Sue Can Do It 2, the driver Matt Avenatti. Number 3, GD Sandstorm, Harold Finn Jr. Number 3, GD Sandstorm, Harold Finn Jr. And on the 4, Arcase Party, Marcus Detweiler, your driver. 10th race, the 4, Arcase Party, Marcus Detweiler will drive. Race 11. The driver of the 4, Arcase Winners Win, that will be Denarius Dortch. That's the 11th race, number 4, Arcase Winners Win, the driver Denarius Dortch, D-O-R-T-C-H. Finally, in the 12th race, scratch the 2, Bills Are Due Lou. Again, that's in the 12th race, scratch the 2, Bills Are Due Lou, the reason given by the trainer, personal. Mr. Callahan, our presiding judge, when would you like your first field? He says, let's go right now. Horseman, you may come to the track with our first race. And a reminder, pick a winner player, scratch the 1, She Ain't Got Time. Our pre-race ceremony's coming up.
As we get ready here for race 1, let's take a look at the race program. Let's see what I can see here. David Brink and I both picked the... How did we... I don't know how we picked the 5 horse, but there's no 5 horse in the first race. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments here. If I've got the right race. Yep, I do. Let me see what I've done here. Publish race bug. Maybe I need to... Okay. Charleston, the right date.
Please note, in the 10th race, contrary to the earlier announcement, race 10, the 4 Arcase Party, J.D. Finn will drive as originally programmed. 10th race, the 4 Arcase Party, J.D. Finn will be the driver as originally programmed.
There we go. As Steve gets it correct finally, as I get used to doing things here. And it looks like David, Lisa, and Brady Schrock picked the 3 horse, which would be Fred Red Summer. I pick the 1 horse, which is now a scratch, so I've got to make some changes on mine. I'm going to put the 3, then the 4, and then the 2. And for them, I'm going to put whatever horse they didn't pick, because they all pick a horse that is not in the race for that. So I've got everybody's picks adjusted here. But it looks like now everybody's picking the 3 horse. Fred Red Summer, Clark Fairley's horse. He will drive that horse. Second place, it's a split. David and Brady went with
an additional
2.
driver change to report in the 4th race. 4th race, the driver of the 6, Tank Me to Disneyland, that will be Harold Finn Jr. That is race 4, number 6, Tank Me to Disneyland, the driver Harold Finn Jr. Also, no post parades today. We're going to move the program along as quickly and safely as possible, again, because of the possibility of some showers that could be headed our way here today. So, horsemen, no post parades. We will go straight to the starting gate throughout the course of the program. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back to the Coles County Fair for harness racing. Time for our pre-race ceremonies. We ask you to please rise as you are able for our national anthem.
Attachments, construction gear, trucks, trailers, and hard-to-find parts. With live and online auctions at kerrauction.com, you can bid from anywhere, field, job site, or front porch. From big equipment to small parts. If you need it, Kerr Auction has it. Don't miss your next deal. Check out kerrauction.com today. Kerr Auction, built for the working world.
Why pay more for the same groceries? Your favorite brands at prices you'll love. Right here in Mattoon. Family owned and proud to serve our community. Proud supporters of local harness racing and the Coles County Fair. Stop in and save today. B&D Grocery in Mattoon.
Thank you, one and all. The Lee Greenwood rendition of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. That means we're set to go racing. The ambulance is in position immediately west of the grandstand. That is, of course, one of the rules that the U.S. Trotting Association has, and understandably so. We don't go racing unless the ambulance is in position and ready, and indeed that is the case here. Parked immediately west of the grandstand. Our thanks to the paramedic unit from the Charleston Fire Department. The 172nd Annual Coles County Fair, a fair and a fairgrounds with a remarkable history. We talked about it earlier in the week. These are grounds which were once trod by no less than Abraham Lincoln when he and Stephen Douglas had their debate, one of their, 7 debates, I believe, around the state back in 1858. And that took place here when the fair was held in September back then. The debate was actually held during the Coles County Fair of 1858, but back then, it took place, the fair did, in September. And if you haven't seen the historical marker, especially those of you that may not be from the immediate area, there is an historical marker that is dedicated on the fairgrounds here to remembering the Lincoln-Douglas debate of 1858. It's actually over there not far from the speed office, right near the Fry Guys Junction concession stand. First race, again, pick a winner players. A reminder that in the opener today there is a scratch. And just a reminder that in the first race, scratch the one, she ain't got time. Thank you, bud. Thanks to our friends at I-57 Roofing, someone's about to become $50 richer through the first race pick-a-winner draw. Make sure to get those entries turned in, folks, before this race gets underway. And the horses are at the post, gates rolling. Speaking of which, B&D Grocery of Mattoon, they are the blanket sponsor for the first race. They sponsored the pick-a-winner draw a few nights ago in the grandstand. Race 1, the Illinois Standardbred Association 2-year-old pace. These are conceived and foaled horses, the purse just over $2,700. Number 1 is Scratch. The 2, Fox Valley Coco, was runner-up at the Champaign County Fair at Urbana on Tuesday night in her first career start with a beaten time of 2:12.4, owned by Kevin Miller, Andy Miller, owned also by Alan Miller and Bart Seals, trained by Kevin Miller, the driver, Wyatt Avenetti. Number 3, Fred Red Summer, owned by Tegan Sage Racing of Jeff and Tyler T. Tetrick of Jeff, trained by Clark Fairley. Clark is in the bike. And number 4, Uncle Phil, owned by Lester and Jason Detweiler Sullivan, trained by Marcus Detweiler, and Marcus is the driver. A lot on the line here today, 12 races. You got the battle for leading trainer of the meet, $250 up for grabs there. Here we come for the first of our 12 races. And we welcome all of you also who join us online via Harness Tube. More information available, folks, at harnesstube.com. We are off and pacing. There goes Fred Red Summer. He boils right out at the start, goes for the lead, gets over to the inside lane quickly, and saves some ground around the first turn, clear with the lead by 3 lengths. And then Fox Valley Coco goes second, and Uncle Phil will be third for the move up the back stretch. Fred Red Summer is the leader. Fred Red Summer on top by 2.5 lengths, followed by Fox Valley Coco, and then Uncle Phil. These three go nose to tail past the quarter-mile mark and race their way toward the west turn. The B&D Grocery race to get us started. 31-3. Thank you, gentlemen. Our timers today, Ron Fairley and Mark Kingery. 31-3 for the opening quarter. Fox Valley Coco broke stride over on the west turn and loses a spot, goes from second back to third, but no problems for Fred Red Summer. Fred Red Summer is on top. In fact, the lead's out to 8 lengths. Uncle Phil goes to second now, and Fox Valley Coco tries to make up for some lost ground after that costly break. Still 1 lap to go in the opening race on this 12 race card, and Fred Red Summer is the leader. Fred Red leads it by 4 lengths. Uncle Phil goes second by 3.5. Opening half mile, 1:02 was the time. 1:02 flat for that opening half mile. You've got Fox Valley Coco back there in third, with Uncle Phil giving chase after Fred Red Summer, who's still the leader. Fred Red Summer on top, under no pressure right now. Uncle Phil trying to keep up. There's still 3.5 to 4 lengths between them, then a gap of 6 more back to Fox Valley Coco, who is last, as they move by the 3/4 mile mark. Fred Red Summer is the leader. Fred Red Summer gets the 3/4, 133 and 1, 133 and a fifth, looking for win number 5, Fred Red Summer. In the meantime, further back, Fox Valley Coco off stride. Uncle Phil still second. How about this? Our speed superintendent, Clark Fairley, who makes his home in nearby Lerna. Clark's going to go to the winner's circle to get us started here today. He wins the B&D Grocery race with Fred Red Summer. Fred Red Summer comes across the line well in front and won it by a dozen lengths. Back to Uncle Phil in second, and a gap of 5 more lengths to Fox Valley Coco third. 2:03 and 3. That is a new lifetime record for Fred Red Summer. 2:03 and 3/5 of a second. Horsemen, you may come to the track for race 2. No scratches in the second race. Just a reminder, Clark Fairley drives number 2, Skunkalicious. Clark Fairley drives the 2, Skunkalicious. We'll meet the winner of the first, and we'll play Pick a Winner in just a moment.
All right, it looks like I got a trifecta, Lisa got a trifecta at 87 points, and David and Brady at 70 points. So everybody starts out pretty good. 3-horse race, a little easier to do. And as we made the changes there for everyone. And so with that, waiting on the winner, Clark Fairley, to come to the winner's circle. Again, no post parades today. They're trying to move things along because of the rain and keep things moving today.
If you were here earlier in the week when Fred Red Summer raced on Monday and came home with a runner-up finish, and we talked about the fact that trainer-driver Clark Fairley had been trying to figure out how to correct a challenging issue with this colt. He had won his first 4 races, but then he broke stride in a couple of starts, and Clark said he was throwing his head around during the race, and when the horse would start throwing his head to and fro and left and right and up and down, he would lose his balance and he would break stride. So that was why we talked about Clark decided to put a piece of equipment called a tie down in place. The horse is still able to move his head, but just with not as much range to where he can move his head. Bottom line is, it worked. How about a hand for Fred Red Summer? Great to have our queen and her court here today. And they assist with the B&D Grocery blanket presentation. Congratulations, Tegan Sage Racing and Tyler Dietrich of Jeff. Clark, I was curious. I had not noticed. Have you been racing that horse in a blind bridle all along? Was just curious because I know some of the horsemen were talking the other day that sometimes when a horse has that issue with throwing their head, in addition to a tie down, sometimes restricting their field of vision can be a help as well. But he's got the blinders on and he's got the tie down on, and we know this much: it worked for a 5th career win. And Clark Fairley now takes the lead in those trainer standings as he just tacked on 5 more points. He picks up 5, and Marcus Detweiler picks up 3. So Clark now with 22 points, and you've got 20 for Marcus Detweiler. Here's the full field rundown. It's official for the first race. She Ain't Got Time was scratched. Fox Valley Coco was 3rd. Fred Red Summer the winner, and Uncle Phil the runner-up. They got the quarter 31-3, the half in 102, 3 quarters 133 and 1, and the time for the mile 2:03 and 3/5 of a second. It reads down scratch 3-1-2. Again, horsemen come to the track for race 2. Right now we're going to play Pick a Winner, and again our $50 drawings and the $100 at the end of the day, all made possible thanks to our friends at I-57 Roofing.
All right, good races. We get ready for race 2, and they keep things moving here. As I keep looking at that, we'll get that race bug advance there. Advance publish. There we go. That'll help things out. But we'll take a look at this next race here. Race 2. Clark Fairley. I need to get that driver changed. Clark in the 2, as he just won that race. He will
Great
be
to
the
have our
driver
queen
of
and
the
her
2.
court with us here today. You saw them trackside a moment ago, and they are currently standing down toward the east end of the grandstand. Miss Coles County Fair Queen, that is Chloe Hettinger. Our junior Miss Lyndon Traub, and our little Miss Avriana Reyes. Ladies, welcome back once again. Great to have you with us for the races here today. In this upcoming second race, updating the past performance lines for the one, Roll D Dice. That 2-year-old gelding was 3rd at Urbana Tuesday evening. Number 1, Roll D Dice, 3rd place finish, beaten time of 2:05 and 1. A reminder, Clark Fairley drives number 2, Skunkalicious.
Well, the temperature here for race day is good. It's overcast, cool for July the 31st as we head into August, and usually fair weeks are hot, hot, hot. We started the week out here with really warm temperatures, and it's got better throughout the week. Today, our biggest concern is getting things in with rain. And here we go, call to the post.
Horses are on the track for race 2. Again, no post parades today. They will head straight to the starting gate as we move the program along. Again, just trying to stay ahead of any possible rain showers that might be headed our direction here today. Race 2, Insulation Services since 1974. Our thanks to Ron and Clark Fairley and the whole crew for the blanket sponsorship here in Race 2, purse of just over $2,700. Number 1, Roll D Dice, owned by Ron and Dee Phillips of Athens, Jamaica Patton of Rochester, Dietrich Kelly of Canton, Mississippi, trained by Jamaica Patton, Mike Cox in the bike. 2, Skunkalicious, Larry Binkley of Charleston, the owner-trainer, but contrary to the program, it'll be Clark Fairley in the bike. 3, Fox Valley Lit, owned by Wyatt Avenatti of Chrisman, Kevin Neatfeld of P. Dave Schrock of Humboldt, and Paula Beard-Zittrich of Dunlap, trained by Dave Avenatti. Wyatt Avenatti drives. Number 4, 2 for 2 in his young career, the talented RK's Up in Smoke, owned by the MM&D Racing of Charleston, Mike and Mitch Titus and Dennis Wright, co-owned by Roshan Trigg of Brandon, Mississippi. Marcus Detweiler trains, J.D. Finn drives. Here they come for the Insulation Services race. Off and pacing they go. RK's Up in Smoke comes out firing for the lead. Skunkalicious off stride. Skunkalicious on a break into the first turn. It is RK's Up in Smoke who takes the lead as they swing around the turn by a half length. Roll D Dice has been a stubborn foe there in second. Fox Valley Lit is racing in third, and then further back Skunkalicious fourth after that break in stride just after the start. In the meantime, RK's Up in Smoke leads it by a length and a half. Roll D Dice is second, a length and a half. Fox Valley Lit is third, and then a gap of 15 lengths back to Skunkalicious in fourth as they head up to the west end of the course with RK's Up in Smoke, the leader. 29-4, good solid pace for these 2-year-old pacers, and RK's Up in Smoke about a second faster for that opening quarter than the pace he set here Monday night when he won. So RK's Up in Smoke, a very honest, solid, legitimate pace, and shows the way by 2 lengths. Old D Dice is right there in second, takes a peek to the outside. Mike Cox tries to wrangle that 2-year-old back into line, says, let's wait. We've got a half lap, another lap to go here around this half-mile track. Then a gap of 3 lengths back to Fox Valley Lit in third. A minute 3/5 for the first half mile, a minute and 3/5. So again, RK's Up in Smoke setting a much faster pace than what he set here on Monday in his victory. In the meantime, Skunkalicious is still the trailer, but the leaders at the midpoint of the backstretch. RK's Up in Smoke leads by a length. Oh, Fox Valley Lit is off stride. Fox Valley Lit, the third place horse, just made a break. A quarter mile to go, and it is RK's Up in Smoke leading it by a length. Roll D Dice goes second. More than 25 lengths back to the 2 trailers. They're onto the final turn, the leaders are. And RK's Up in Smoke leads in 1:31.2. 1:31.2. Again, still a quicker pace for the first 3/4 of a mile than what this colt set here on Monday evening, and he's got a 3-length lead with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Roll D Dice has given chase and has made a good effort of it and makes a final try, but RK's Up in Smoke, J.D. Finn really not asking this colt for a thing. Just like he did on Monday, J.D. is like a statue in the race bike as RK's Up in Smoke wins it by a measured length and a half. Roll D Dice was home second, then a gap of 25 more lengths or so back to Skunkalicious, who comes home in third, and Fox Valley Lit is fourth. Time for the mile, a new lifetime record, 2:01.1. A new personal best for RK's Up in Smoke, now 3 starts, 3 wins, and a new lifetime record, 2:01.1. We'll have the Insulation Services blanket presentation. We'll play Pick a Winner in a moment. And horsemen, in the meantime, you may come to the track for race 3. Third race, come to the track.
2 wins in a row for Clark Fairley driving that horse. Or excuse me, did I get it wrong? I did. I got it wrong. It was... Let me redo our placement here. J.D. Finn with a win. I'm sorry. Got that wrong. I'll republish that now. And we'll take a look at the scoring here. It looks like Lisa got 75, Brady got 75.
Chloe Hettinger with the Insulation Services blanket. Our thanks again to the Fairley family, to Ron and Clark and the whole crew, a business that dates to 1974. Lyndon Traub, as we mentioned, is our junior miss, and Avriana Reyes, our little miss here at the Coles County Fair. This is a very precocious 2-year-old, folks. 3 career starts, 3 career wins, and he's locally based. How about a hand for RK's Up in Smoke? Congratulations to the MM&D Racing LLC of Charleston. That is Mike and Mitch Titus and Dennis Wright. Co-owner Roshan Trigg of Brandon, Mississippi. This was a $5,000 yearling purchase on Labor Day last year at the Illini Classic yearling sale. Marcus Detweiler picks up 5 points in the battle for leading trainer. That will move him back atop the standings, at least for now. And J.D. Finn, as he was in the 2 prior starts, is the Colts driver. Congratulations also to the breeder Rick Barbary, as this 2-year-old was born and raised at Rick's Farm down in White County in the southeastern part of the state near Carmi. Judge, are we official? He says we are. Thank you. Here's the full field rundown. Roll D Dice finished 2, Skunkalicious 3, Fox Valley Lit was 4, and RK's Up in Smoke the winner. They got the quarter in 29-4. They got the half in 1 minute 3/5. 3 quarters 1:31-2, and the time for the mile 2:01 1/5, and it reached down 2:3:41. A final thought on RK's Up in Smoke. You've got to love the way they are carefully managing this colt, they being the connections, because in his first start he sat just off the pace and learned to race from off the pace. Then in his second start Monday evening, he went wire to wire. Now this afternoon, he goes wire to wire with a little quicker tempo. So one can sense that trainer Marcus Detweiler and the ownership group with J.D. Finn, the driver, they are mapping out a strategy. This colt keeps learning, and he keeps taking another step forward. Now the question is, when they go to the Illinois State Fair, if he stays healthy and sound, and if he goes to the Illinois State Fair in a couple of weeks, what do you do with this colt? Is he ready to go into the deep end of the pool in the State Fair Colt Stakes, or will they instead race him in the Illinois Department of Agriculture Series? They do have that option to decide which race they want at the Illinois State Fair, and it just is really a matter of weighing short-term versus long-term goals. Race 3 is on the way. The driver of the 5 Lose Recruit will be Jordan Patton. Time now to go back to the grandstand, and let's play Pick a Winner. Once again, our thanks to our Pick a Winner sponsors today, I-57 Roofing and Joey's.
Experience matters. At Simmons Stable, Illinois Hall of Fame trainer Tom Simmons, along with wife Benita, has built a legacy of developing and racing championship standardbreds. From yearling to winner's circle, every horse is guided with experience, expertise, and care. Simmons Stable, 217-801-4246.
Looking to move your mobile home? Need a roll-off dumpster at a competitive rate? Or maybe it's time to demo that old mobile home? Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport has you covered. We serve Central Illinois with reliable mobile home transport, offer affordable roll-off dumpsters for the Springfield area, and provide expert demolition services across Illinois and Missouri. For fast, friendly service, call Wayne Decker at 217-313-9744. That's 217-313-9744. Or find Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport on Facebook, your one-stop solution for mobile home services.
Long before the crowds arrive, the work is already underway. Track after track. Kevin Miller Stable campaigns winning standardbreds across the Midwest. Kev Miller Stable, 217-254-0170.
Horses are on the track for the third race, the Illinois Standardbred Association 2-year-old trot. Purse of just over $5,000. I-57 Roofing, your blanket sponsor here, in addition to being our primary pick-a-winner sponsor in the grandstand here today. The program talks about the race day payout of just over $1,600. Just a reminder that today what the horsemen will get as far as proceeds from the race, it will be the stakes payments that they paid in earlier this year to make themselves eligible for the Illinois County Fair circuit. Also, the entry fees, which are $50 each for the ISA races, and also the fair's contribution to the purse. That is what gets paid out today. And then the balance of the purse will be paid by the Illinois Department of Agriculture a little bit later on, just as soon as all the paperwork has been filed. Let's go ahead and meet the starters for this third race. Number 1, Our Irish Roads. Those past performance lines are current. Our Irish Roads had been entered to race at the Edwards County Fair at Albion in a race that originally was scheduled last Sunday. When the Albion race got rescheduled because of rain and took place yesterday afternoon, the Connections understandably said, you know, we're based at Coles County. We really want to race this filly at home. And given that she's just a 2-year-old, they had a decision to make. And understandably, they chose to race in this spot. Our Irish Roads is owned by Linda James of Charleston, David James of O'Fallon, Missouri, Kathy Harrell of Casey, Jill Brown of Charleston, trained by Jill Brown, Chris Brown. And the bike, Two Greedy Gangster, owned by Darla Martin Lohman of Effingham. Her nephew, Aaron Martin of Marion, trained by Darla, driven by Aaron. 3, Durango's Fandango, owned by the Flacco family farms of Alexis, trained by Jerome Daniels. Jerome is in the bike. Number 4, ABC Gangster, owned by Autumn Nelson of Crispin, trained by Dave Avenatti, the driver, Wyatt Avenatti. And number 5, Lose Recruit, owned by Olivia Thaley, from right here in Charleston, the trainer Jill Brown. But contrary to the program, the driver is Jordan Patton, as these 2-year-old trotters now approach the starting gate. Just had a note passed along. Tony and Jody Comstock celebrated their 71st wedding anniversary yesterday, and we mentioned that because Tony worked and trained horses in the early 1950s as a member of the staff for Olin Humphreys. Wow. There's a name we don't often hear these days, but that is a fantastic note. Olin, if memory serves, he was in Ashmore. I think that was his address. And I could be wrong about this. The track where he trained, did it have a connection to what became the Charleston Speedway later? Possibly. I think it seems like somebody years ago had told me that. Bottom line, Olin Humphreys, he was highly regarded, held in the highest esteem by his peers. And it's really neat to hear of someone that has a connection to the late Olin Humphreys. So Tony and Jody Comstock, belated congratulations on your 71st wedding anniversary. And here we go. It is time for the third race. The I-57 Roofing 2-year-old trot. Problems for the 4, ABC Gangster, who broke stride, got back on gate, but is still about 8 lengths off the frontier as the horses are off and trotting now into the first turn. There goes Our Irish Roads for the lead. Lose Recruit is right there to the outside. Greedy Gangster comes away racing in third. Durango's Fandango is in fourth, and ABC Gangster is last of the 5 as they head off the first turn. Our Irish Roads broke stride. Our Irish Roads, that is such a talented filly. She's never been worse than second in 8 prior starts, and wouldn't you know it, right here on her home track, she makes an uncharacteristic break at the end of the opening eighth of a mile. So as a result, she is now last. 31-3 for the opening quarter, 31 3/5 seconds. Our Irish Road's got a lot of ground to make up. She's going to be about 20 lengths off the leader. The leader is Lose Recruit, who leads it by 3.5 lengths. Greedy Gangster goes second by a similar margin. ABC Gangster third by 5. And then Durango's Fandango is in fourth, and a gap of 4 more lengths to Our Irish Roads. This filly is trotting fast. She has caught the field, and Chris Brown's going to let her keep that momentum going and keeps on rolling, changing lanes from left to right to move up 1 position into fourth. 103 and 4 for the first half mile, 103 and 4. Back around the lower turn they go. Here is Greedy Gangster drawing alongside of Lou's Recruit in the battle for the lead. And ABC Gangster is a length and a half off the front pair. Talk about a horse that's made up some ground, and he's moving 3 wide. Oh, he's off stride again. ABC Gangster has just broken stride again. Had come from last to third and was about to challenge for the lead, but that goes out the window. Our Irish Roads is moving up fourth to the inside to challenge for the third position. 135 and 1 the time at the 3/4, 135 and 1. It is Greedy Gangster. And Greedy Gangster leads it by a half dozen lengths to the top of the stretch. Lou's Recruit goes second by 2. ABC Gangster is coming on again. It's third and now second, but 8 lengths off the lead, 7 lengths off the lead. Look at ABC Gangster. This horse is closing ground, but the wire's coming. It's Greedy Gangster, the leader. It is ABC Gangster in second, and it is Greedy Gangster hanging on by a diminishing neck for the victory. And that wire came just in the nick of time for Greedy Gangster, who holds on by about a neck over the fast-closing ABC Gangster, who raced a huge trip to be second. 2:08 and 4 was the time for the mile, 2:08 and 4/5 of a second. We'll meet the winner next. We'll have the I-57 roofing blanket. Hey, pick a winner, players. A reminder, 4th race, scratch the 3, Shady Maple Credit. 4th race, scratch number 3, Shady Maple Credit. Updated trainer standings through today's third race. Marcus Detweiler, 25 points. Clark Fairley, 22, and Jamaica Patton with 19. Kevin Miller not far behind with 16 points. Greedy Gangster wins this third race in a time of 2:08 and 4/5 of a second and awaits the I-57 roofing blanket. In fact, here comes Greedy Gangster now, owned and trained by Darla Martin Lohman of Effingham. Her nephew, Aaron Martin of Marion, he is an engineer by trade, but he grew up in a racing family, and he's been driving more and more horses on the fair circuit over the last couple of years. How about a hand for number 2, Greedy Gangster? Our thanks to I-57 Roofing, not only the blanket sponsor here, but our primary sponsor for the Pick a Winner contest in the grandstand here today, with that $50 draw after each race and $100 coming up at the end of the day. Aaron Martin's father, David, walks up to the head of this horse. Dave, a former trainer driver who won his share of races right here at the Coles County Fair, as has Darla, the co-owner and trainer. Darla, again, Dave's sister and Aaron's uncle. So Greedy Gangster wins for the first time. That's always fun. How about that? First career win for this young horse. Congratulations. The winner bred by Freeman Yoder, and the winner a 2-year-old gelded son of Gangster Hanover out of Sunny Sasha by Cassis. Thank you, Mark Kingery. He gives us the thumbs up. He checked with our judge, Randy Callahan, and here is the full field rundown because it is confirmed official for that third race. Our Irish Roads finished 4. Greedy Gangster, the winner. Durango's Fandango, 3. ABC Gangster finished 2. And Lou's Recruit was 5. The opening quarter, 31 and 3. The first half mile, 103 and 4. 3/4, 135 and 1. And the time for the mile, 2:08 and 4/5. It reads down 4:13 to 5. Fourth race is coming up. A reminder, Marcus Detweiler drives the 1. Marcus Detweiler drives the 1. Lou's Night Vision. Scratch number 3, Shady Maple Credit. Number 3 is scratched. The driver of the 6, Tank Me to Dennyland, will be Harold Finn Jr. Time to go to the grandstand and play Pick a Winner.
want to thank our sponsors out there for sponsoring the racing today. And as they have done all season long, thank all of them. Let them know how much you appreciate it. Coming up with race four, and I guess I didn't do that. Publish that. And that's why I might have had some... Okay, now I got to make some changes that I shouldn't have made. Okay. Change on the 1. Lose night vision will be Marcus Detweiler. A scratch on the 3. And then Harold Finn Jr. on the 6. Got those changes out there for you. We'll republish this program. And the 3 is scratched, so I need to make a change here for Brady so that you can see what everybody's picks. Everybody's picking the 5 horse, which is Goomster. Goomster, I mean, 3 wins in a row, had a 4th and had a 2nd. And that's why that horse is a very hot horse right now. Little difference in the second picks. Brady and myself went with the 6 horse, Take Me to Dennyland. Harold Finn driving that horse. It's had a good year. Last 5 starts, 2, 1, 1, 3, and 4th. And then it looks like David went with the 2, Lose Amazon, and Lisa went with the 1, Lose Night Vision. And then variety of picks, the 6 getting picked for 3rd, and the 1 and the 2 getting picked for 3rd. So everybody's boxed pretty much the same horses out there. And we'll see what happens with this as we come to hopefully the post time here shortly. So we're thankful and ready to go here with things. Again, thanks for joining Harness Tube. Lisa Surratt, Steve Surratt on board with you today with that.
Once again, our thanks to I-57 Roofing. Based in Arcola, quality roofing services with reliability, precision, customer satisfaction. That's the big one that we always hear about, and customers come away very pleased as based on the reviews that we've seen for I-57 Roofing. They do a terrific job. That can be a daunting task if you have a roofing project, and the folks at I-57 can absolutely get it done and get it done right. Also, our thanks to Mark Grant and his business Joey's, as they also are sponsoring Pick a Winner today through some gift cards to Joey's, which you could always find something great to eat there. So, Mark, we appreciate your support as well. Joey's on Lincoln here in Charleston. Race 4 coming up. It is the top line race, so we shift gears here, folks. Earlier today, we saw Illinois-bred horses, Illinois conceived and foaled horses in those ISA, Illinois Standardbred Association races. The top line open to the world. You don't have to have, you can race an Illinois-bred, but you don't have to have an Illinois-bred to be eligible to compete in the top line. And the top line predates the formation of the Illinois-bred program. The Illinois Conceived and Foaled program, as we know it, originated around 1949 through an act of the state legislature. The top line, folks needed a fair circuit for racing prior to that, so back in the Depression era, the top line circuit was formed, and the Coles County Fair, a charter member. Been a lot of great top line races here through the years. The Donna and Vinnie Viviani Memorial Top Line Trotters, age 3 and up. Number 1, Lose Night Vision, owned by the Flacco Family Farms of Alexis, trained by Steve Searle. Marcus Detweiler, the driver. 2, Lose Amazon, owned by the Flacco Family Farms, trained by Steve Searle. Jordan Patton is up. 3 is Scratched. 4, Lose Avalon, owned by the Flacco Gang, again trained by Steve Searle, with Lose Avalon being driven by Wyatt Avenetti. 5, the fastest trotter ever at the Coles County Fair. He won here in 1:58 as a 3-year-old. His name is Goomster. 158-1 in the Abe Lincoln Stakes here at 3. Dennis Gardner, the owner-trainer, J.D. Finn in the bike, and 6, Tank Me to Dennyland, owned and trained by Dennis Gardner. But a reminder, Harold Finn Jr. is the driver. Speaking of Dennis Gardner and J.D. Finn, they teamed up for a big day at the Edwards County Fair at Albion yesterday afternoon as that owner-trainer-driver combination went to the winner's circle not once, not twice, but 3 times on the day, including a track record mile for 3-year-old trotters. So congratulations to Dennis Gardner and J.D. Finn on a huge afternoon. And, of course, that is Dennis's home fair when you look back through his family history and their connection to Edwards County. Here we go, the Coles County Fair. Top line trotters in the Donna and Vinnie Viviani Memorial. They are off and trotting. Goomster comes right out for the early lead. Lose Amazon comes away in second, and then Lose Avalon is out racing in third. Lose Night Vision is in fourth, and Tank Me to Dennyland, who goes wide from last and moves up a spot as they head off the first turn. Up the backstretch, Goomster on a 5-length lead. It is Goomster, the leader, midpoint of the backstretch, has the lead by 5, and here's Tank Me to Dennyland. Harold Finn Jr. keeps moving up with that horse, so now the Dennis Gardner-owned horses go 1-2 just past the quarter-mile mark, separated by 3 lengths. Goomster leading Tank Me to Dennyland 30 2/5 of a second for the opening quarter, 30 2/5. Lose Amazon is third. Lose Avalon is in fourth, and Lose Night Vision is last. After 3/8 of a mile. They come down toward the half. It is Goomster who is on top. Goomster leads it by 1.5 lengths. Tank Me to Dennyland right behind his stablemate in second. These two trotters who look right across the aisle at each other in the barn of Dennis Gardner, they have combined earnings of over $450,000, folks. They have been a dynamite combination. 102-4 for the first half mile, 102-4. In the meantime, Lose Avalon is moving up on the outside to challenge for third, but they've all got to catch Goomster, the favorite. Goomster, your leader, by 1.5 lengths. He heads up the backstretch once again, looking for his 34th career win. Goomster leads it by 2.5 lengths. Tank Me to Dennyland is second, 1.5 lengths. Lose Amazon third, Lose Avalon fourth, Lose Night Vision fifth, and on to the final turn we go, and Goomster is saying adios to this field. He is drawing clear, 132-4. It is Tank Me to Dennyland, who's giving a good effort, but still in second position as they turn for home. 1-2 finish is coming for the Dennis Gardner barn. Goomster is going to be your winner, and Tank Me to Dennyland's going to be second. Lose Amazon is going to be third, and here's the wire. Goomster, career win number 34. Goomster wins it by nearly 4 lengths on the line. Tank Me to Dennyland was second by just over 2. Lose Amazon third, a dozen more lengths back to Lose Avalon in fourth, and Lose Night Vision fifth. 2:01-4 the time for the mile. 2:01 4/5 of a second. A fourth consecutive victory, 3 of which have come in the top line for Goomster, and again, career win number 34. And that will bring us to race number 5. Horsemen, you may come to the track for the 5th race. Today's 4th race, the Donna and Vinnie Viviani Memorial. Donna was a Charleston High School graduate. She enjoyed her role with the harness racing community, loved a folding season, loved working with young horses, and enjoyed very much being a caretaker and groom for racing stock. She loved the Dolphins in the NFL, NASCAR fan, often could be found watching races at Charleston Speedway as well. Vinnie Viviani, he was a winning trainer and driver in this sport of harness racing. Some of you might remember when Vinnie trained the 1-2 finishers in the $45,000 Cardinal Stakes in Chicago with Show Me Your Stuff, the winner that day. And here now is the winner of the Donna and Vinnie Viviani Memorial. How about a hand for the highly accomplished Goomster? Once again, our fair queen and her court are trackside to help present the blanket. We appreciate Chloe Hettinger, Lyndon Traub, and our little miss, Avriana Reyes, as well. Goomster, owned and trained throughout his entire career by Dennis Gardner, who stands at the head of this horse. And J.D. Finn, as has been the case throughout most of the summer campaign, is once again the winning driver. And this is a significant moment, folks, because this horse has just reached another milestone with this win. You are looking at harness racing's newest $350,000 winner. Congratulations, Goomster. Here's the full field rundown for the fourth race. Lou's Night Vision finished 5. Lou's Amazon 3. Shady Maple Credit was scratched. Lou's Avalon 4th. Goomster was the winner. Tank Me to Dennyland the runner-up. 30 2/5 seconds for the quarter. 1:02 4 for the half. 3 quarters. 1:32 4. The time for the mile. 2:01 4/5 of a second. It reads down 5-3 scratch. 4-1-2. Just noticing the family members that were trackside for that blanket presentation. Talk about a group of folks that have had an incredible range of experiences through the years in the harness racing industry. That is a group just to sit and listen to the stories that they can tell about horses with which they were connected and races in which they were competed. It would be fun just to sit and reminisce and take a listen. Race 5 is on the way. It is the Junior Diepholz Memorial. The top line for pacing fillies and mares. Matt Avenatti drives the 1. Fox Valley Lava, real quickly, Fox Valley Lava comes off a win not shown in your program. She won in 2 minutes flat at the Champaign County Fair in Urbana by 4.5 lengths on Monday. Number 2, Double Parked, was 3rd here at the Coles County Fair Wednesday evening, 2:02 the beaten time. And Cupid's Dragon was 3rd in a stake race at Urbana Tuesday evening with a beaten time of 2:05 2. Right now it's time to play Pick a Winner.
Back with you as they do Pick a Winner here to remind you that we'll be in Lincoln on Sunday, and start time for that is noon. We'll be on the air right around that 11:30 mark. Altamont Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for noon racing. Wednesday will be in Marshall. No, excuse me. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in Altamont, noon start time. Marshall on Wednesday, 6 p.m. So we're giving you a double header that day as we travel down to Marshall for that event. Glad that you could be on board today. We've had a few sprinkles here as it has started to rain just a little bit here, and we hope that's all we have. That's all we had. I think it was Monday night, and we hope that we don't get any more than that, and we keep going here. So we'll just ask for some dry times here. Been a good racing so far into race 5. We're a third of the way through today's card of 12 races for you today. Also, want to remind you, we would love to have you as a sponsor, a donor, as a commercial sponsor. I know it's a little late for this year, but if you've been watching all year long and would like to donate for the expenses that we've had this year, we would gladly take that. If not, keep us in mind for next year, as well as sponsors and commercial sponsors, and we'd welcome you to come on board and do that. With that, you can contact us. Let me get to that slide real quick. Through harnestube@gmail.com. David will answer that to you. On Facebook, you can send us a message through that, HarnessTube, or text us at 312-772-5122, or you can go to our website, check out things on our website. You can watch former races, find the links there, and David's splitting those races out now, so the races are individual for each race day. Like today, you'd be able to go back and just watch each individual race, or pick a race that you want to particularly go back and watch. And so with that, as we get ready to go here for race 5 in Charleston, I want to thank everyone for, again, being on board with us and helping us out. Let's look at the handicapping. Everybody went 1, 2, 3, so nobody's going to win anything. Very close race out there between everyone. Out there in the lead is Brady Schrock. Second place is Lisa and myself with Brady has 2:32. We have 2:22. Lisa and I do each. And David, 32 back from the lead at 200. And so nobody's going to move any direction this time because we all picked the same horses in the same order as we get ready to go here. I want to thank Kurt Becker, our track announcer, who makes things rather easy for me, particularly working by myself here. And they're trying to move things along so that we can get through this race card here today, so there's no post-parades. We're waiting on Kurt to announce each of these races and give us a rundown of that. Here comes the call to the post.
Race 5, the top line stakes for pacing fillies and mares age 3 and older, the Arthur Junior Diepholz Memorial. Reminder, Matt Avenatti drives number 1. In fact, number 1 is Fox Valley Lava, fresh off a win in 2 minutes at the Champaign County Fair in the top line on Tuesday evening. Owned by Kevin Miller of Arthur, Lester Detweiler of Sullivan, and Alan Miller of Arthur. The trainers, Kevin Miller, and the driver will be Matt Avenatti. 2 double parked, owned by Kevin Miller, trained by Marcus Detweiler, the driver Jason Detweiler. 3 Cupid's Dragon, owned by Jamie Henderson of Lovington, trained and driven by Larry Plank, as these 3 pacers approach the starting gate. Got a text message a moment ago from a member of the horseman's community, Barry Bell of Windsor, and he overheard our discussion about the late Olin Humphreys, and Barry says, yes, the former Olin Humphreys horse barn is now used as a banquet hall, and Olin built the Charleston Speedway in 1964. It was Olin who carved out that racetrack in the early to mid 1960s, and Barry would know because Barry's not only a member of the harness horse community, he is also a dirt late model stock car racer. And I will bet you he has raced his share. I'll bet Barry has raced his share of events at the Charleston Speedway. Top of the stretch, here they come, race 5. Great to have you with us on a Friday afternoon. They are off and pacing. Cupid's Dragon is there from the outside, and now Fox Valley Lava kicks in. Fox Valley Lava moves up and takes the lead as they head into the first turn. In the meantime, Double Parked was away in third and now moves up to take second. Cupid's Dragon going to back away now, settle to the back of the pack in the third position as they head off the first turn and up the backstretch. Larry Plank teaching Cupid's Dragon to leave a little quicker from the gate today, but he also realizes the other 2 pacing mares have far more experience than this 3-year-old, and that's why once he kind of sent the message, learn how to leave a little quicker, he backed away to the third position. Fox Valley Lava is on top, 30 and a fifth. The time for the opening quarter, 30 and 1/5 seconds here in the Junior Diepholz Memorial. Valley Lava is on top and leads it by a length and a half. Double Parked will go second, then a gap of 7 more lengths back to Cupid's Dragon in third as they work their way toward the half-mile mark. Matt Avenatti in the race bike with Fox Valley Lava for trainer Kevin Miller, who is one of the trainers who's in with a chance to win that leading trainer award, but he needs to pick up some points because he's 4th in the standings as we move toward the middle portion of the card. A minute and a fifth for the first half mile, a minute and a fifth. But Fox Valley Lava trying to give trainer Kevin Miller 5 5 points if she can stay in front and get home on top to win this race. Double parked in second, Marcus Detweiler, the trainer of that mare. And of course, Marcus currently leads the standings. He's got 25 tallies. Kevin Miller currently with 16, quarter mile to go. Cupid's Dragon is third and last. On to the final turn, Fox Valley Lava is the leader. Fox Valley Lava looking for her 27th career win. 128 and 3, the time at the 3/4, 128 and 3/5 of a second. This filly won 19 races last year. She knows how to get to the winner's circle, now a 4-year-old mare, and she's got the lead by 6, 7, 8 lengths. It is Fox Valley Lava. Matt Avenatti looks over his shoulder, and he sees the other two disappear in the rearview mirror as Fox Valley Lava wins it. Fox Valley Lava got home on top and won it by a dozen lengths. It was double parked home second, then a gap of 15 more lengths back to Cupid's Dragon in third. 1 minute 58 and 1/5 seconds. Time for the mile, 1:58 and 1/5. We'll meet the winner and have the Junior Diepholz Memorial Blanket presentation. Horsemen, you may come to the track with race 6. Scratch number 3, pick a winner players. Scratch the 3, great seats. Upcoming 6th race, scratch number 3, great seats.
Fox Valley Lava takes control of that race. It wins. And as you can see, all three of us picked that race to be that way.
Race 5, the Junior Diepholz Memorial, as we remember a man who was a member of the American Quarter Horse Association, was a steward with the Illinois Quarter Horse Association. Showing, racing, trail riding, he loved it all. We remember Arthur Junior Diepholz. How about a hand for the winner, number 1, Fox Valley Lava? There's Lindora Miller, the wife of trainer Kevin Miller trackside at the head of this horse. Always good to have Lester Detweiler with us. Of course, Lester through the B&D Grocery, one of our faithful sponsors, a blanket sponsor and a pick a winner sponsor here at the Coles County Fair. Chloe Hettinger makes the presentation of the blanket. Again, Chloe is our Miss Coles County Fair Queen. Lyndon Traub and Avriana Reyes make up the Queen's Court along with Chloe. Matt Avenatti, he celebrated a birthday a couple of days ago, now 30 years of age. Matt, congratulations. Matt, you're a little, are you older or younger than 30? He says go up. Yeah, that's right. Congratulations. Happy birthday, Matt. Yeah, we saw the age 30 and realized, no, that was for Wyatt. And Matt, just a year or two older, so he is the elder of those two Avenatti brothers. Well, here's the full field rundown, Judge. We are official. Thank you, Judge Callahan. Here's the order of finish official. From the top, Fox Valley Lava was the winner. Double parked the runner-up. Cupid's Dragon finished 3. They got the quarter in 30 and a fifth. They got the half in a minute and 1/5. 3/4, 128 and 3/5. And the time for the mile, 1:58 and a fifth. Reads down, 1, 2, 3. 6th race is on the way. Again, scratch number 3. Great Seats is scratched. Quick update on the trainer standings. Marcus Detweiler, 28 points. Clark Fairley, 22. Kevin Miller in third with 21. Let's play Pick a Winner.
For over 40 years, horses have been our way of life. Built on experience, patience, and care. From sale preparation to rehabilitation, we are committed to helping horses reach their potential. Brenneman Equine, a tradition of horsemanship. Call Lamar or Ronnie today.
real craftsmanship still exists at Yoder's Custom Woodworking and Amish Furniture. From custom kitchens and built-ins to handcrafted furniture, outdoor poly, and more. Family owned and trusted since 1995. Visit Yoder's in Sullivan or call 217-728-2166 today.
Avenatti Racing, a third-generation, family-run stable with a legacy of excellence. Centrally located between Illinois,
Blanket sponsor of
Indiana,
the Coles
and Kentucky
County
racing
Fair
programs,
for
Avenatti
the
Racing
balance of the
specializes
remaining
in buying
races on the
yearlings,
card.
breaking,
A reminder
training,
that tonight
and
you've got
racing
the Demolition
top-performing
Derby at
standard
7.
breds. Call
And then you've got professional bull riding tomorrow night at 7.
Or email
And the Midway
AvenattiRacing
up
at
and running
gmail.com today.
on Sunday from 1
Avenatti
until
Racing,
5
from
p.m.
yearling to racetrack, we build
Rides are just $2. Merchants Building is open right now. The Art Hall opens at 4 o'clock. And for more information on the remainder of the events at the fair this week, you can visit the fair office here on the grounds or visit www.colescountyfair.net or visit the fair's Facebook page. Demolition Derby tonight. The Demo Derby here has always been a spectacular affair. It's always a good mix of veteran drivers and up-and-coming rookies who are just starting to get their first taste of Demolition Derby, and it's always a lot of fun. There have been some amazing crashes and thrills and such here over the years in the Demo Derby arena. So we know that the men and women of the Demo Derby community, they're anxious to give you a good show again here tonight at 7 o'clock. I remember years ago, back in the 80s, my older brother brought a station wagon up here for the Demolition Derby. He said, oh my, he said it was a slam-bang affair, but he had a great time. Everybody had fun and just had a great time. He had an issue with his shifter linkage that night. And that's why he said he started wearing gloves after that, because used to he didn't. And he said he had a hole cut in the floor pan, and when he had an issue with the linkage, he had to reach down in the feature that night and grab and shift gears by hand. And he said it was pretty hot touching that part of the transmission. So, but he wouldn't give up. I think he ended up third that night. But a lot of great fun over the years at the Demo Derby. Well, the horses are headed to the starting gate for race 6. Purse of $1,000. This is the top line for older pacers, age 3 and up, the horse and gelding division. Number 1, I understand, a winner here you might have noticed in your track program, or you might have been here Monday evening when and won by 14.5 lengths here on Monday evening. Wyatt Avenatti drove that night, but today Marcus Detweiler will be in the race bike. And I understand is owned by Kevin Miller of Arthur, and Kevin is also the trainer, again, Marcus Detweiler, to be the driver. And number 2, that is Hey Freaky, owned by Tyler Stevens Clemens of Springfield. Jackson Loy, speaking of Demolition Derby drivers, Jackson Loy has won his share of those events over the years, makes his home in Beecher City. He was a pretty good baseball player also. He was a star, I believe, pitcher for Aldemont High School, and then later played for one of the colleges over in Western Illinois. And Jackson, the co-owner here of Hey Freaky, Tyler Stevens Clemens, your trainer and your driver. Good to have you with us on a Friday afternoon as we work our way through the third and final racing program of the week for the Coles County Fair, the 172nd annual. At the post, the gate is rolling, race 6. And with the blanket being provided by the Coles County Fair for most of these remaining races the rest of the way, our thanks again to this Coles County Fair Board of Directors. The commitment that they make to harness racing each year is tremendous. They step up to the plate and fund those rich stakes races on Wednesday evening, the Illini Stakes, formerly known as the Abe Lincoln, and 3 race days. Very few fairs anymore have more than 1 race day across the state of Illinois. There are exceptions, and this is one of them. Here they come. And away we go. They're off and pacing here in race 6, and I Understand goes out for the early lead. Quickly opens up by 3 lengths as Hey Freaky is a bit rough-gated heading into the first turn of the second position. As a result, has lost a couple of more lengths. About 5 lengths now separate the top 2 as they head on to the back stretch. I Understand is the leader. I Understand shows the way for Marcus Detweiler, trying to tack another 5 points onto the total for trainer Kevin Miller with a win here in race 6. And it looks like if the first opening quarters any indication, I Understand seems well on the way to doing that. But Hey Freaky's a talented horse in his own right. Been racing at Hoosier Park, 30 2/5 seconds for the opening quarter, 30 2. So I Understand shows the way, a 36-time winner in his career. Hey Freaky talked about the fact that horse has been racing in Indiana at the Paramutuals, pacing miles as fast as 1:53 2 there just a few weeks ago. So let's not shortchange Hey Freaky. He's a nice horse in his own right. I Understand, though, has the lead, and I Understand has the advantage by nearly 20 lengths, headed back to the lower turn. 101 3 for the first half mile, 101 3/5 of a second. It is I Understand who shows the way, 5/8 of a mile complete for the leader now, who already is making the bend onto the backstretch and makes the east to west move up the backstretch toward the 3/4 mile mark. Marcus Detweiler just kind of along for the ride here. He is just guiding this pacer off the end of the backstretch to the final turn, as Hey Freaky is still far back on the horizon in that second position. I Understand got 3/4 and 1:30 3/5 of a second. 1:30 3/5 of a second. I Understand turns for home, looking for career win number 37. He's had 46 other top 3 finishes. He's won nearly $150,000. Tough, hard-hitting racehorse. I Understand gets that 37th win. Marcus Detweiler just riding chilly with the whip tucked, as horsemen say, as he guides I Understand through the wire. 1:59 3 the time for the mile, 1:59 3, and of course Hey Freaky comes home in that second position, 1:59 3/5 the time for the mile. We'll meet the winner and play Pick a Winner in a moment. Horsemen, you may come to the track with race 7, the top line 2-year-old trot. No scratches in the 7th race. Number 1, I Understand, is on his way back for the Winner's Circle presentation of the Coles County Fair blanket. 1:59 3 the time for the mile. Would be curious to know, of his 37 career wins, how many have been in 2 minutes or faster. I'll bet you it's a long list. Kyle Houston, a harness horse trainer driver, and wife Amy Houston, a very successful harness horse trainer. Kyle and wife Amy bred I Understand, who is a 5-year-old gelded son of Hypnotic Blue Chip. I get the impression this is one of Kevin Miller's favorite horses. He only gave $3,700 for him as a yearling. The horse got claimed from Kevin in one of those claiming races where you can pony up the cash and take somebody's horse. And Kevin kept track of the horse, and as soon as he had a chance, he got him back. And here he is, folks. How about a hand for I Understand? Once again, Kevin's wife, Lynn Dora, is trackside at the head of this horse. Marcus Detweiler, he did a nice deed here for Kevin Miller, but kind of hurt his own cause as far as the trainer standings because Kevin just got 5 points as a result of that win. He is now within 2 points of catching Marcus. But I bet Marcus says that's fine. They're good friends, and he says thumbs up to that. Congratulations, Marcus Detweiler, with the winning drive. Here's the rundown. It's official for race 6. I Understand was the winner. Hey Freaky was the runner-up. Great Seats was scratched. They got the quarter in 30 and 2/5, the half in 101 and 3. 3/4, 130 and 3/5. The mile, 159 and 3. It reads 1-2 scratch. 7th race upcoming. A reminder, the 2, Lily Jane, has a driver change to Harold Finn Jr. Put Harold Finn Jr. on the 2. Number 3, Love of a Lifetime, was a winner at Urbana Tuesday night. Love of a Lifetime winner in 2:10 flat for her first career victory just 3 nights ago. And the driver of the 5, Coldplay, will be Matt Avenatti. Let's play Pick a Winner.
As we get ready for race 7 here, we're halfway point in this. We're through half of the races of the 12 that we have today. Let's take a look at this next race. Everybody is on board with Fox, London Fox, the Dave Avenatti horse driven by Wyatt Avenatti to win this race. In that second spot, a little differing. David went different. He went Trapper, the J.D. Finn horse. And the rest of us went the one horse, 6-pack of Jewels. John Smith trainer, Denarius Dorsch, the driver on that horse. And then, let's see, for third place, everybody but Lisa went with the 5 Coldplay. And Lisa went with the 6 Trapper. And so that's our rundown for this race coming up. And still some warm-ups going on as I see Kev Miller out there with a horse with a training buggy on it. But a good day for racing here.
Just ran out to the infield, which in just a couple of hours will become the pit area for the Demolition Derby. You might have noticed a gentleman who just trailered to the infield, and he had not 1 but 2 Derby cars on the trailer. His name is Colton Smith, and he is from nearby Mattoon. So Colton is here. He's ready to go demo Derby here tonight. We asked him what kind of cars those are that he's got for the Derby. One of them is a Chevrolet Camaro, and the other is a Chevy Caprice. So Colton Smith out of Mattoon, he's got a Camaro and a Caprice, and he is already gridded on the infield in the pit area, getting ready to go. First thing he said when he saw us approach, he said, "Do I need to move my truck and trailer?" We said, "No, you are absolutely fine right where you are." But Colton Smith of Mattoon will be among the competitors here tonight. 7 o'clock start.
Again, a beautiful day at the Coles County Fair. A little overcast. We had some raindrops, and I believe those have subsided now. I haven't looked at the weather radar recently. I know they were watching it pretty close, hoping that we weren't going to get the heaviest part of those, that it was going to dissipate or split or whatever it does down here. It's saying 2 o'clock, the 85% chance of rain coming up here. Let's see what the radar says. Oh, the radar says we should be getting raindrops kind of right now. Going to have a big green patch come up here. See how this looks on the radar. I wish I could put it up on the screen for you guys. Yeah, it looks like we could get some rain. Hourly wise, it says here we've got 85% chance coming at 2, 3, 70%, 80% at 4. At our rate, though, that we are going right now, if they would continue that, and we'll be done warming horses up here shortly, that we did that first 6 races actually in just about an hour. A little better than that. So that's a pretty good pace for them. We're at least 15 minutes ahead of schedule. If you were looking at the racing, about 15 minutes a race is what we normally figure for county fair racing. And I would imagine in this race, we only had two horses in the last race, so hopefully it won't take them long to change over and get those going here shortly.
Horses are on the track. Race 7, the top line 2-year-old trot. So far, Illinois breds have won all of the top line races today. That's about to change. There are no Illinois breds in race 7, at least as far as the horses are concerned. Number 1, Six Pack of Jewels, owned by John Smith of Flowood, Mississippi. He's the trainer, and Denarius Dortch is the driver. Number 1 is New Jersey sired. The 2 Indiana sired Lily Jane, owned by John David Finn of Newton. He is the trainer, and contrary to the program, Harold Finn Jr. is in the bike. Number 3, Love of a Lifetime, fresh off her first career win at the Champaign County Fair a few nights ago. New Jersey bred filly, owned by Ernie Sork and Nori Nessa of Fairfield, Sean Nessa of DuQuoin, Sean trains, and the driver is Ike Love. 4 is the Pennsylvania sired London Fox, owned by Wyatt Avenatti of Chrisman, Earl. It is JD. We were just confirming. Sorry for the brief pause there. So the 6 horses, JD Finn, correct? Yes. Number 6, please make a note. Late driver change. Number 6, Trapper JD Finn. Again, number 4, London Fox is owned by Wyatt Avenatti of Chrisman, Emma Avenatti of Sydney, Dave Avenatti of Chrisman, Kevin Neatfelt of Theatone, trained by Dave Avenatti. The driver is at Avenatti. Number 5 is Coldplay, New Jersey sired Gelded Son of Muscle Hill, owned by Stephen Maddox of Las Cruces, New Mexico. Clay Simpson of Fairfield, Illinois, trained by Clay Simpson. Contrary to the program, Matt Avenatti drives the 5. And number 6, Trapper, owned, trained, and also driven by J.D. Finn. 5 and 6, both New Jersey sired 2-year-old trotters. Here they come, ready to go, race 7. They are off and trotting. There goes Six Pack of Jewels from the inside, but London Fox is right there to the outside. Problems for Lily Jane, who broke stride at the start. That lead battle's a good one, though, side by side all the way around the first turn. London Fox to the outside of Six Pack of Jewels. London Fox now is up to take the lead. Six Pack of Jewels will go second as they head up the back stretch. The 2-year-olds that go 1-2, both of them fillies, both have had their share of experience already racing at parimutuel tracks. They might just be 2-year-olds, but they have been in the deep end of the pool at the Kentucky parimutuels, and One of the reasons, no doubt, that those fillies are racing with a lot of confidence here today and confidently handled by their drivers. 30-3 for the quarter, 30-3. 30 5 seconds for the quarter. Six Pack of Jewels just broke stride while racing second. That will open the inside lane as she moves from left to right. As a result, Love of a Lifetime moves up second. Trapper goes to third, but the new leader, London Fox, clear with the lead by some 7 lengths past the half. Love of a Lifetime goes second by just over 2 lengths. Trapper is third by 4 lengths. Six Pack of Jewels is fourth. A gap of 15 more lengths to an off-stride Coldplay, and Lily Jade trails. 1:04. That is a good, quick pace for these 2-year-old trotters here in the top line. London Fox heads up the backstretch and looking to win for the second time in her career. She comes in with one prior victory, and that was at the county fair in Mayfield, Kentucky in 2:09 and a fraction. Now, Six Pack of Jewels is gearing up. This race isn't over. Six Pack of Jewels is trotting fast, fourth, third, second, but still 10 lengths off the lead with less than a quarter mile to go. 131-1 at the 3/4. 131-1. London Fox, the Pennsylvania sired filly from the barn of trainer Dave Avenatti, a 10-length lead into the stretch. Now we can say the race is over because Six Pack of Jewels, she fought hard, but going to be able to catch London Fox, and London Fox is going to win by open lengths here. Again, give credit to Six Pack of Jewels with a nice effort. London Fox is your winner, though, by a half dozen lengths. Six Pack of Jewels was home in second by 5 lengths, over Trapper in third by 2, and then you had Love of a Lifetime in fourth. Further back, Lily Jane across the wire in fifth. Coldplay is sixth. Time for the mile, 2:02 and 4. 2:02 and 4 fifths of a second. Just missing the 2-year-old filly trot track record. You will find the track records printed inside the back cover of your track program. Trotting Grace has the track record for 2-year-old trotting fillies, 2:02 and 2 fifths. This mile today was 2:02 and 4 fifths of a second, just to give you a frame of reference on just how fast that mile truly was. Race 8 is on the way. Scratch number 3, Red Eye Boss. Pick a winner, players. Heads up. 8th race, scratch number 3, Red Eye Boss. Once again, we appreciate the continued and sustained support of harness racing by this Coles County Fair Board of Directors, Mark Grant and the whole crew, Clark and Stacy and everyone who continue to pitch in to make racing happen. Again, 3 days of racing, that is a luxury on the Illinois Fair Circuit in this day and age. And not just 3 days of racing, but 3 excellent days of racing. London Fox wins this top-line 2-year-old trot. Again, this filly is Pennsylvania sired by International Money. It's her second career win. She knocks better than, she knocks actually 7 full seconds off of her previous lifetime best. How about a hand for London Fox? Congratulations to Wyatt Avenatti. He is the co-owner and driver. Emma Avenatti, his sister-in-law of Sydney, is a co-owner. Dave Avenatti trains, and of course that is Wyatt's father. Dave also owns an interest in this 2-year-old and good family friend Kevin Neatfelt as well. A few nights ago, they had the Elizabeth Avenatti Memorial at the Champaign County Fair, named in honor and in memory of driver Wyatt Avenatti's grandmother. I want to issue a belated apology to Wyatt's sister, Autumn, because we were talking about the family members that were there the other night, and we realized as soon as we signed off for the evening that we never mentioned the fact that Autumn was also present at the races. So, Autumn, our belated apologies for that, and we appreciate it. She was very kind and very understanding about it when we talked to her a few nights ago. There's the winner going back to the barn. London Fox, that is a filly that's having quite a good year, and she goes over the $20,000 mark in earnings here today. She was bred by the Atlantic Trot Incorporated and Steve Stewart. And of course, Steve is the proprietor of the Hunterton Sales Agency, which always has a big consignment at all of the major standardbred yearling sales. Judge Ware official, thank you, sir. Here's the full field rundown for race 7. Six Pack of Jewels was the runner-up. Lily Jane finished 5. Love of a Lifetime was 4. London Fox, the winner. Coldplay was 6, and Trapper finished 3. They got the quarter in 30 and 3/5. The half, a minute and 4/5. 3/4, 1:31 and a fifth, and the time for the mile, 2:02 and 4/5 of a second. It reached down 2:54.163. Race 8 coming up. Again, a reminder, scratch number 3, Red Eye Boss. And an updated past performance line for number 1 Bullet Station comes in off a win. Number 1 Bullet Station, a winner Tuesday night at Urbana in 2:09. Let's play Pick a Winner.
Kerr Auction is your trusted source for ag equipment, attachments, construction gear, trucks, trailers, and hard-to-find parts. With live and online auctions at kerrauction.com, you can bid from anywhere, field, job site, or front porch. From big equipment to small parts, if you need it, Kerr Auction has it. Don't miss your next deal. Check out kerrauction.com today. Kerr Auction, built for the working world.
Why pay more for the same groceries? Your favorite brands at prices you'll love. Right here in Mattoon. Family owned and proud to serve our community. Proud supporters of local harness racing and the Coles County Fair. Stop in and save today. B&D Grocery in Mattoon.
Experience matters. At Simmons Stable, Illinois Hall of Fame trainer Tom Simmons, along with wife Benita, has built a legacy of developing and racing championship standardbreds. From yearling to winner's circle, every horse is guided with experience, expertise, and care. Simmons Stable, 217-801-4246.
Looking to move your mobile home? Need a roll-off dumpster at a competitive rate? Or maybe it's time to demo that old mobile home? Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport has you covered. We serve Central Illinois with reliable mobile home transport, offer affordable roll-off dumpsters for the Springfield area, and provide expert demolition services across Illinois and Missouri. For fast, friendly service, call Wayne Decker at 217-313-9744. That's 217-313-9744. Or find Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport on Facebook, your one-stop solution for mobile home services.
Long before the crowds arrive, the work is already underway. Track after track. Kevin Miller Stable campaigns winning standardbreds across the Midwest. Kev Miller Stable, 217-254-0170.
For over 40 years, horses
Again, the
have been our
upcoming
way
8th
of
race,
life.
the top-line 2-year-old Pace.
Built on
Number 1
experience.
Bullet Station is Pennsylvania sired. Number 2 Four Paws is by Bulldog Hanover, who ranks as the fastest harness horse of all time. 1:45 and 4, I believe. Yeah, 1 minute 45 and 4/5 seconds. His time for the 1 mile distance. That's getting right down the pike. And he is in Ontario, isn't he? Yes. So Ontario-based stallion Bulldog Hanover. So the 2-horse, 4 paws, Ontario sired. So much fun. Part of the county fair, we talked about it a moment ago, the Demolition Derby. As these Derby drivers are beginning to file in and cross over to the infield, it brings back memories of a kid. And some of us, when we were kids, if the guy that ran the local service station would have a Derby car sitting in one of the bays that he'd be working on, I can remember as a kid, if my folks drove past there, I would crane my neck and stare out the window as we went by. And it kind of brings back memories of that when these brightly colored Demolition Derby machines are rolling into the infield here, getting ready for a 7 o'clock show here tonight. Horses are on the track. They're at the post. The brothers Avenatti about to square off here. In the top line, 2-year-old pace for a purse of $2,000. Number 1, Bullet Station, is owned by Wyatt Avenatti and is trained by Dave Avenatti. The driver is Wyatt. Number 2 is 4 Paws, owned by Wyatt Avenatti of Chrisman, Brian Code of Bradford, James Chip Nellinger of Brimfield, also trained by Dave Avenatti, but the driver Matt Avenatti. And as the program tells you, we were talking about the fact Matt Avenatti had a birthday on Wednesday, turned 33 years of age, so he is 3 years the senior of Brother Wyatt. These two were the only 2 drivers a few nights ago at Champaign in the race that was named in memory of their grandmother, and Wyatt came away with the victory in that race. Will Matt turn the tables here? Let's find out. Ready to go. Starter Roy Finn sends this field on their way. This field of 2. Bullet Station goes out for the lead, and 4 Paws going to back away quickly into the second position. A couple of 2-year-old pacing fillies here working their way down into the east turn of the racetrack past the stable area. Bullet Station, the Pennsylvania-sired filly by Captain Crunch, is your early leader. She opens up by 4 lengths as they hit the backstretch. 4 Paws, the Ontario-sired, the Canadian-bred filly, travels along in the second position. So Wyatt Avenatti so far leading his brother Matt, but 4 Paws broke stride. 4 Paws was starting to cut into the gap, was starting to close the gap on the leader, but then put in a break. Got right back on the pace. 32-4 for the opening quarter, 32-4. Still a bit rough-gated, though, is 4 Paws, and as a result, that allows Bullitt Station to open up on a 7-8 length lead now after 3/8 of a mile. So Bullitt Station comes down toward the halfway point, looking for her second career victory, owned and driven Avenatti out of Chrisman over in Edgar County, and Bullitt Station comes past the half-mile mark with the advantage. 4 Paws is in second. Now there's 10 lengths between these two fillies. 105-1, the time for the first half mile, 105-1. Again, it's all in the family. Both fillies are trained by Dave Avenatti, the father of Wyatt and Matt. So regardless, we know it's going to be a 1-2 finish for trainer Dave Avenatti. Up the backstretch they go. Bullitt Station is the leader, and Bullitt Station just travels right along here off that win on Tuesday night in 2:09 for the mile. But this filly has shown the ability to pace much quicker than that, including a beaten time recently at the Paramutuals in Kentucky in 1:57-3. 3/4, 1:35-4. 3/4, 1:35-4. Turning for home, Bullitt Station is going to notch her second career win. Her advantage 25 lengths or so back to 4 Paws. So Wyatt Avenatti guides Bullitt Station off the final turn, coming through the stretch and to the wire. Bullitt Station will be your winner here in race 8. It's all Bullitt Station. So Bullitt Station is up winning it by about 20 lengths. It's going to be 4 Paws now completing her mile in that second position. Time for the mile, 2:07 3/5 of a second. 2:07 3/5. We'll meet the winner in a moment. We'll play Pick a Winner shortly. Horsemen, you may come to the track with race 9. Race 9, come to the track, please. No scratches, no driver changes in this 9th race. Now returning in front of the stands, Bullitt Station got away with the lead, and once she got the lead when they left the gate, it's kind of like stock car racers say. Sometimes you get that great big advantage. All you have to do is keep the car between the walls and you'll be fine. And it was kind of the same case here. How about a hand for number 1, Bullitt Station? And here comes the Coles County Fair blanket for this Pennsylvania sired filly, owned and driven by Wyatt Avenatti, and this filly now has won 2 in a row going back to that win on Tuesday night at Urbana. So this does make 3 career victories for this filly. I've always wondered if it's what it's like when you're in a race and you're that far in front and you're all by yourself, because it almost becomes like a training mile. I guess the main thing is just stay focused on business and, again, keep it between the walls. Keep it between the fences and you'll be fine. Wyatt, congratulations on the winning drive. He gives us a nice thumbs up. Back-to-back wins on the card for trainer Dave Avenatti and son Wyatt as the driver. So it is official for race 8. Bullitt Station, your winner. 4 Paws finished 2, and Red Eye Boss was scratched. The quarter 32 4/5 seconds, the half in 1:05-1. 3/4 1:35-4, and the time for the mile 2:07 3/5 of a second. It reads down 1-2 scratch. 9th race on the way. No scratches, no driver changes. Just a reminder, there is an updated past performance line for the 5 Drill Baby Drill, who here at the Coles County Fair on Wednesday night was a winner by 5 lengths in 159-2. Number 5, Drill Baby Drill, comes in off a win Wednesday night, 5 lengths to the good at the wire, 159-2. All right, let's play Pick a Winner. Thanks again to I-57 Roofing. They are the primary sponsor today, and the associate sponsor for Pick a Winner. Our thanks to Mark Grant and his team at Joey's. Here we go.
Again, a lot of racing coming up this next week. Sunday from Lincoln, Tuesday from Altamont, Wednesday Altamont and Marshall, a doubleheader, 12 and 6 p.m., and then Altamont on Thursday, and then into Brown County for the Saturday-Sunday card, and that Sunday being 2-year-old Downstate Classic with over $80,000 worth of prize money. So with that, we'll have lineups for that for you as that becomes available. But just wonderful, wonderful racing coming up this next week. To finish out the season for us, it will not be the finish of the season because there's a lot more racing to be had at county fairs, both during and after the state fair. If you get a chance, get over to the state fairgrounds. It's different watching the horses on the mile as they compete there for bragging rights. So we're glad that you joined us today. Steve Surratt with you and Lisa Surratt up in the stands. David Brink not with us today, working, but David takes care of all the graphics as far as getting those ready, and we thank him for the updates and so forth that he's been doing on those things as we get ready to go here. Hopefully for race 9 here, as they're moving things quite along pretty quick here. And so we're hoping for a quick turnaround after a 2-horse race there. Shouldn't have a lot of things that need to be changed. So as we get ready to take on race 9, and we'll take a look at race 9 here for the moment.
Harold Finn Jr. continues to inch closer to a career milestone. He currently sits at 98 career victories as a harness horse driver. We were talking to Harold about it earlier this summer, and I know that a lot of times horsemen, when those milestones approach, they almost feel like it's bad luck, that you'll get right on the edge of hitting that milestone, and then it seems like sometimes it'll take longer than one might have hoped to get there, but we know Harold's going to get there soon. Starters are out, race 9. Race 9 for a purse of $1,150. Pacers, non-winners of $5,000 lifetime, also eligible non-winners of 3 races lifetime. No changes. All are Illinois bred with the exception of the Ohio sired number 2. Let's meet the starters. Number 1, Tulip at the Beach, owned and trained by Dave Brown of Harrisburg, Jordan Patton in the bike. 2, Handcuffs Whipped Cream, owned by Dietrich Kelly of Canton, Mississippi, co-owned by trainer Jamaica Patton of Rochester, Illinois, and the driver Mike Cox. Number 3, Gothic Thunder, owned, trained, and driven by Larry Plank of Tuscola. 4 is Fox Valley Jupiter, owned and trained by Liz Finn of Fairfield. Harold Finn Jr. is the driver. And number 5, fresh off a big win here on Wednesday night, Drill Baby Drill took a new lifetime record with that win, 159-2, owned by Kenneth Schrock of Arthur, Lester Detweiler of Sullivan, Dave Schrock of Humboldt, the trainer and driver Marcus Detweiler. Speaking of which, Marcus Detweiler continues to lead the standings for the leading trainer of the week at the Coles County Fair. That's an award which was first offered back in 2018. Marcus has 28 points as we get set to begin this 9th race. Clark Fairley has dropped back 1 spot to 3rd because Kevin Miller has moved to 2nd. So you've got Marcus Detweiler with 28, Kevin Miller with 26, Clark Fairley at 22, Jamaica Patton with 19, Dennis Gardner 18. You've got 16 points for Dave Avenetti. So still very competitive in that battle for the $250 award for the leading trainer of the week. Here they come, race 9. They are off and pacing. There goes Drill Baby Drill from the outside and Tulip at the Beach from the inside. These two are going to get involved in a speed battle down to the first turn. Tulip at the Beach will benefit from the inside starting spot and save the ground around the first turn. Drill Baby Drill will now drop in behind the early pace setter in the 2nd position. Gap of 3 lengths. Handcuffs Whipped Cream will travel in 3rd, 5 lengths off the lead. Gothic Thunder now moves by the outside of that one to take over the 3rd spot, a half length, and then further back Fox Valley Jupiter last of the 5, just over 5 lengths from the front. Tulip at the Beach. Here comes Drill Baby Drill. Marcus Detweiler steps on the loud pedal and moves up to take the lead with Drill Baby Drill. 29-2 for the opening quarter, 29-2 5th seconds. It is Drill Baby Drill, your leader, after that quick move to the lead out of the 2nd position going past the quarter-mile mark. But Tulip at the Beach is right there, just a couple of lengths behind leader Drill Baby Drill. In fact, closes right up behind her now. Just 1 length separate the top 2, a half mile to go here in race 9. Then a gap of 2.5 more lengths back to Gothic Thunder 3rd, 4 more lengths. Handcuffs Whipped Cream is 4th by a length. Fox Valley Jupiter last of the 5, 59-3 for the first half mile, 59-3 5th seconds. Drill Baby Drill is the leader, headed up the backstretch toward the 3/4. Opens back up by 3 lengths now on Tulip at the Beach. In fact, the lead out to 3.5. Tulip at the Beach is 2nd by 3. Then Gothic Thunder is racing along in 3rd, a margin of another 8 to 9 lengths then back to Fox Valley Jupiter, who moves up 1 spot to 4th around the outside of Handcuffs Whipped Cream. But they're no catching, it seems, your pace setter. 128-4 the 3/4, by the way, 128-4. And Drill Baby Drill is that pace setter as they come off the final turn. Drill Baby Drill leads it by a half dozen lengths. Marcus Detweiler checks over his shoulder to keep an eye on where the competition is, and they are disappearing behind him. Here comes Marcus Drill Baby Drill to give Marcus Detweiler his 2nd winning drive on the day and his 2nd victory also as trainer this afternoon. Drill Baby Drill got clear to win it by right at 15 lengths. Tulip at the Beach 2nd by 3. Gothic Thunder was 3rd. Another 20 lengths then back to Fox Valley Jupiter, who was 4th, and Handcuffs Whipped Cream was 5th. Time for the mile, 1 minute 58 and 4 5th seconds. 1:58.4 the time for the mile as Drill Baby Drill lowers the lifetime record that she just took here 2 nights ago. Been a good week for that 3-year-old pacing gelding. We'll meet the winner in a moment. 10th race is on the way. A reminder, there are no scratches, so pick up your players, no scratches, looking for a field of 4 as programmed in race 10.
Well, things are looking close here in the standings for the challenge between Lisa, David, and I and the guest, Brady Schrock. Lisa Surratt leading 6:16 to 6:14. I'm just 12 behind at 6:04. David is in fourth place at 5:32 with races 10, 11, and 12 to come up. So we're 3/4 of the way finished here.
Judge Randy Callahan, thank you for your help. Marcus Detweiler, don't go away after this picture. Sit tight. The reason we say that, ladies and gentlemen, with that win, Marcus Detweiler has just clinched the Leading Trainer Award for the 2026 Coles County Fair. He now has 33 points to Kevin Miller's 26. And at this point, there is no way that Kevin can catch him because it's a maximum 5 points for a victory. So our thanks to Judge Randy Callahan. He's bringing the $250 trackside from the Coles County Fair Board. Congratulations to the ownership group of Drill Baby Drill. Man, they've been having fun this week. Kenneth Schrock of Arthur, Lester Detweiler, that's his second win today. Of course, he comes to us from Sullivan. Dave Schrock of Humboldt also owns an interest in this Some Star Somewhere 3-year-old gelded son of Some Star Somewhere. Marcus Detweiler, the trainer and the driver. There he is, folks, your champion trainer for 2026. The winning pacer, by the way, bred by Freeman Mast and Chester Mast. That is now 3 lifetime wins, 2 of which have come right here on the home track for Drill Baby Drill, where that horse trains throughout the year in the barn of Marcus Detweiler. Here's the full field rundown for that 9th race. It's official from the top. Tulip at the Beach finished 2. Handcuffs Whipped Cream was 5. Gothic Thunder finished 3. Fox Valley Jupiter was 4. And Drill Baby Drill, the winner. 29-2 at the quarter, 59-3 at the half, 128-4, and the mile 158-4 fifths of a second. And it reads down 2:53.41. We've had 3 miles this afternoon faster than 2 minutes. 10th race is on the way. Again, no scratches in race 10. Right now, let's play Pick a Winner. Our thanks again to Joey's.
Patience and care. From sale preparation to rehabilitation, we are committed to helping horses reach their potential. Brenneman Equine, a tradition of horsemanship. Call Lamar or Ronnie today.
Real craftsmanship still exists at Yoder's Custom Woodworking and Amish Furniture. From custom kitchens and built-ins to handcrafted furniture, outdoor poly, and more. Family owned and trusted since 1995. Visit Yoder's in Sullivan or call 217-728-2166 today.
Avenatti Racing, a third-generation, family-run stable with a legacy of excellence. Centrally located between Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky racing programs, Avenatti Racing specializes in buying yearlings, breaking, training, and racing top-performing standardbreds. Call 217-840-6469 or email avenattiracing@gmail.com today. Avenatti Racing, from yearling to racetrack, we build contenders.
Auction is your trusted source for ag equipment, attachments, construction gear, trucks, trailers, and hard-to-find parts. With live and online auctions at kerrauction.com, you can bid from anywhere, field, job site, or front porch. From big equipment to small parts. If you need it, Kerr Auction has it.
Parts carry.
Don't miss your next
and then,
deal.
yes, they do
Check out
take a fine-tooth comb. They will look. I know in years past there would be stories, not here necessarily, but you would hear it at demolition derbies. Drivers that might put some angle iron on the upper control arms, and I knew a guy years ago, and his favorite thing to do was he would put the angle iron on the upper control arms, and then he had like a mud pit at his farm, and he would drive the car around the mud pit and get mud all over the angle iron, and it would conceal it from the officials. So. There's always a trick to everything. And Mark Kingery, saved by the bell. You came along at just the right time before we got too deep in this discussion. Starters are out. And indeed, as our presiding judge, Mr. Callahan, asked, he said, is there not also a post-race inspection of the Derby? And absolutely, and usually the rules will have a provision, just like stock car tracks do, about if you file a protest, there's a proper way to do that, and they re-examine the winning vehicle if there is any issue. Let's meet the starters right now for race 10, the 10th of our 12 races. This is the 3-year-old Open Pace, First Division. Coles County Fair sponsors the blanket. Number 1, Fox Valley Barbie, owned by Kevin Miller of Arthur. Bart Seals of Mason. Penny White of Altamont, trained by Kevin Miller and the driver Wyatt Avenatti. 2, Shelley Sue Can Do It Too, owned by the Trails to Nature Incorporated of Cub Run, Kentucky, trained by Phil Cotton. Contrary to the program, Matt Avenatti in the bike. 3 is GD Sandstorm, owned by Douglas Ramsey of Jackson, Mississippi, trained by Jared Finn. Contrary to the program, Harold Finn Jr. is in the bike. And number 4, Our Case Party, owned by the MM&D Racing of Charleston of Mike and Mitch Titus and Dennis Wright, trained by Marcus Datweiler, and it will be JD Finn as programmed in the bike. Glad to see Colton Smith made it through inspection. They have given him the 2 thumbs up. He has been checked in, and he's good to go here tonight. He's got that stick strapped to the A-pillar on the car that he just drove through the inspection line. That's a good sign. Colton, all the best. Right now, we're ready to go racing. Off and pacing we go in race 10. Fox Valley Barbie is out for the early lead. Shelley Sue Can Do It Too comes away in the second position as they move down into the first turn. Our Case Party is out third, and GD Sandstorm last of the 4 as they race off the first turn and head up the back stretch. So Fox Valley Barbie got away in good order, and Fox Valley Barbie guides the field to the quarter-mile mark. She leads it by just over 2 lengths. You've got Shelley Sue Can Do It Too in second, a length and a half. Our Case Party is third, a length and a half, and then GD Sandstorm is last of the 4. Single file formation as they head past the quarter. 30 seconds flat was the time. 30 seconds flat for the opening quarter. Fox Valley Barbie is your leader. She's opening up on a 5-length lead after 3/8 of a mile. And then further back, Shelley Sue Can Do It Too, followed by Our Case Party and GD Sandstorm. Fox Valley Barbie raced here on Monday, had a troubled trip, still came home second, beaten less than a length. And today she steps down out of the stakes ranks, and she gets some class relief here, as horsemen say. And so far, it's working out well for her. She's got 3.5 length lead. 1:02 for the first half mile. 1:02. Fox Valley Barbie leads it by nearly 4 lengths. Shelley Sue Can Do It Too is traveling along in the second position as they head off the turn and up the backstretch toward that 3/4 mile mark. And then Our Case Party and GD Sandstorm at the back. Fox Valley Barbie, she is on her way, it would seem, to career win number 17. She's got a 5-length lead with a quarter mile to go. You've still got Shelley Sue Can Do It Too in second. 1:29.4, the time of the 3/4, 1:29.4. Fox Valley Barbie is the leader. The lead's out to 8, 9, 10 lengths now. Our Case Party up to challenge Shelley Sue Can Do It Too for that second spot, but it's Fox Valley Barbie headed to the winner's circle. 5th win of the year, career win number 17. Fox Valley Barbie giving Wyatt Avenatti his 3rd win on the day. Fox Valley Barbie won it by 7 lengths. Our Case Party made a good effort down the stretch to grab second on the line by almost a full length from Shelley Sue Can Do It Too, third, and then GD Sandstorm was 4th. 2 minutes flat. So our 4th mile of the day in 2 minutes or faster. Tip of the hat to the track conditioning crew. 2 minutes flat the time here in race 10. Race 11's on the way. No scratches. Horsemen come to the track for that 11th race.
Well, so we take a look at thing. I got a trifecta that time, so that put me up in the lead by mere 7 points, 691 to Brady Schrock, 684. Lisa in second, 646. David, 602. Lisa came away with 30. David and Brady both came away with 70 points on that particular race. As Fox Valley Barbie takes the win there. That horse is a good horse, a fun horse to watch, a fun crowd. I'm looking for my pink shirts today.
Co-owner Penny White and husband Jerry have made the trip from their home in Altamont. There they come in the pink shirts trackside. Congratulations, folks. Lindora Miller, wife of trainer Kevin Miller, comes trackside as well. 3 wins today as trainer for Kevin Miller. This time winning with Fox Valley Barbie. 3 wins today also for Wyatt Avenatti. 2 minutes flat the time, career win number 17. Congratulations to the owners, Kevin Miller of Arthur, Bart Seals of Mason, and Bart's sister, Penny White of Altamont. This filly was a $7,500 yearling purchase at the Land of Lincoln sale, bred by the Fox Valley Standardbreds, and another winner here today for the reigning Illinois Pacing Sire of the Year. Some star somewhere. How about a hand for Fox Valley Barbie? And I know that Penny and her husband Jerry have had a lot of fun following the progress of this filly. Penny worked for a number of years as a court reporter in federal district court, and her husband Jerry, owner, operator for many years of the S&W Supermarket, which he began in partnership with the late Leon Shaw, and absolutely a classic hometown grocery. Jerry, thanks to you and Penny. Appreciate all that you do, and congratulations again to Fox Valley Barbie. Judge, are we official? Yes, sir. He says we are good, he being Randy Callahan. Randy is never to shy away from pitching in and helping out. Thanks again for taking that cash award out to Marcus Detweiler a moment ago. We know that's not necessarily your job description, but we do appreciate it. Here's the full field rundown for that 10th race. Fox Valley Barbie was the winner. Shelley Sue Can Do It 2 finished 4. GD Sandstorm 3, and RK's Party was the runner-up. 30 seconds at the quarter, a minute 2/5 at the half, 3 quarters, 1:29 and 4, and the time for the mile, 2 minutes. Flat. Reads down 1-4-3-2. Race 11 is on the way. A reminder, the 4-horse will be driven by Denarius Dortch. Number 4, RK's Winners Win. Make it Denarius Dortch the driver. And that pacer was 4th here on Wednesday evening with a beaten time of 2:01 and 4. And this is another example of a horse coming out of the very tough Illini Stakes and getting us some class relief, as we often talk about. Sometimes trainers say, you know what, I need to give this horse a little break from the stakes company. Let them step down to the overnights, as the horsemen call them, the non-stakes races. We'll see if that pays off here. Right now, let's play Pick a Winner.
All right. For our $5 Joey gift certificate goes to Kyle Sims.
Horses are on the track, the 11th of our 12 races. Great job, horsemen, getting these fields to the track today in a timely, safe, and efficient manner. Let's meet the start. Yes, and our presiding judge, Randy Callahan, he just said they've done a great job, not just today, but all week. And that's a great point, Judge, because they really have. It seems like each day when we've left here, I've looked at the clock and been amazed at the way that the program has come off in a very efficient manner. Well, the starters, race 11, second division of the 3-year-old open pace. We talked about this earlier in the week. This race is open to any pacer 3 years of age, duly registered with the United States Trotting Association. No other concerns. Doesn't matter where the horse was bred, how many races it has or hasn't, how much money the horse has or hasn't won. If you are a duly registered 3-year-old pacer, this race is open to you. Number 1 is Swiss Margarita, owned by Doug Ramsey of Jackson, Mississippi, trained by Jared Finn, J.D. Finn in the bike. 2, Dreamer Moose, owned by Mike Davis, Annapolis, trained by Chad Cook. Harold Finn Jr. is up. Number 3 is Mr. Flossentime, owned by Dietrich and Jerica Kelly of Canton, Mississippi, and owned also by trainer Jamaica Patton of Rochester, Illinois. The and number 4, RK's Winners Win, owned by the MM&D Racing of Charleston. Mitch and Mike Titus and Dennis Wright, trained by Roshan Trigg, and contrary to the program, the driver is Denarius Dortch. Denarius has had a good week here. He was with us here on Wednesday. He won one of the Rich Illini Stakes races. Found out from to Denarius that night that was his first career win in the Illini Series. That excellent set of races offered each year here at the Coles County Fair. With that said, race 11, the 3-year-old open pace, that's our focus now. Here they come. They are off and pacing. RK's Winners Win goes right out for the lead. Swiss Margarita, though, has speed, and Swiss Margarita, a stubborn foe around the first turn, saves the ground as they race toward the backstretch. Dreamer Moose off stride. Dreamer Moose off stride. That will allow its Mr. Flossentime to move up and at least challenge for that third spot as they head up the backstretch and race toward the quarter-mile mark. Swiss Margarita is the leader. Swiss Margarita clear with the lead now by just over a length as they go on by the quarter. RK's Winners Win goes second by 3 lengths, followed by its Mr. Flossentime, who's third, a half length, 30 and 3/5 seconds for the opening quarter, 30 and 3/5 seconds. And then Dreamer Moose, who is outward from the inside lane and moving up to challenge again for third, about 5 lengths from the front. It is Swiss Margarita with driver J.D. Finn in the race bike, leading at a length and a half. RK's Winners Win is racing in the second position, gap of 2 more lengths. And here comes Dreamer Moose trying to move back into contention third, just to the outside of its Mr. Flossentime. 3 lengths covers this field as they scoop by the half and head back to the east end of the course here in race 11. 102 and 3 the time, 102 and 3/5 of a second the time for that first half mile. Swiss Margarita, this is a 3-year-old filly making only her second career start. She was a winner on debut here on Monday evening, so we know she likes this track, and despite her lack of racing experience, she has handled things beautifully here this week at the Coles County Fair. Can she hold off RK's Winners Win, though? That's the question as they go on by the 3/4. 132 and 1 the time, 132 and 1, and here comes RK's Winners Win, drawing alongside of Swiss Margarita, top of the stretch. RK's Winners Win, the locally based gelding, is drawing up to take a narrow lead now from Swiss Margarita. RK's Winners Win on top by a length and a half. RK's Winners Win wins it for those Charleston-based connections of Mike and Mitch Titus and Dennis Wright. Across the wire was Swiss Margarita in second, another 15 lengths or so back to Dreamer Moose in third, and a similar margin back of that one. It's Mr. Flossentime was fourth. 2:01 and 4, the time for the mile, 2:01 and 4/5 of a second. We'll meet the winner in a moment. Horsemen, you may come to the track for race 12. Pick a winner player. It's up. Scratch the 2, bills are due lieu. Pick a winner player as a reminder. Scratch the 2, bills are due lieu. Well, it's always fun to win races. It's especially fun to win races at your home fair. Congratulations to the MM&D Racing of Charleston. How about a hand for RK's Winners Win? RK's Winners Win is trained by Roshan Trigg, driven by Denarius Dorch. We told you Denarius got his first ever Illini Stakes win here on Wednesday. Denarius, thanks for coming to race with us. We appreciate it. Congratulations. He gives us a nice wave. He had an eventful evening on Wednesday. He told us on the microphone that the truck cut down a tire on the way to the fair, so that delayed his arrival, but it all worked out well, getting a win in the Illini Stakes Series. Congratulations also to breeder Rick Barbary, as RK's Winners Win takes the victory here, and not often that we see this, folks. You've had two full siblings win on today's card, because RK's Winners Win is a full brother, a gelded full brother to RK's Up in Smoke, who won earlier today in race 2. So you often hear horsemen talk about good breeding and bloodlines in these horses and how that can, if you've got the total package, if you've got the breeding and bloodlines and the conformation, and I'll bet Clark Fairley, who's standing nearby, Clark, the other thing, the heart. Yes. Got to have the heart, and that is the one thing the horsemen tell us you just don't have a way of knowing when you go and pick out a yearling, for example. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But, oh, the ones that do have that heart and courage, they are tremendous. Well, Judge, are we official? Yes. Thank you, Judge Callahan. Here's the full field rundown for race 11. Swiss Margarita finished 2. Dreamer Moose was 3. It's Mr. Flossin time 4, and RK's Winners Win was the winner. 30 3/5 at the quarter, 102 3 at the half, 3/4, 132 1, and the time for the mile, 2:01 4/5 of a second. It reads down 2:3:41. 12th race on the way. Scratch the 2. Bills are due Lou. And a reminder, there are some missing past performance lines. So real quickly, number 1, Lou's Venom was 5th. On Wednesday evening in the Illini Stakes, beaten time of 2:06 3. Dropping down to number 3, Do Better Des, 3rd here on Wednesday evening with a beaten time of 2:06 3. And number 5, Woodside Acres Dirk, finished 2nd here on Wednesday evening. Beaten time 2:06 1. All right, let's play Pick a Winner.
Okay, we'll touch base with you here as we finish up things, because we'll close out as soon as the winner's circle is done here. I want to thank you all for watching and listening today to Harness Tube here from the Coles County Fair here in Charleston, day 3 of racing. Again, we'll see you in Lincoln on Sunday, noon start time there. We'll be on the air about 11:30. So take a look at things there. And then we'll be in Altamont Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Wednesday evening we will be in Marshall. So a full set of racing for you next week, and then finish up with Mount Sterling at the Brown County Fair on Saturday and Sunday. We're thankful for everyone for watching and being a part of Harness Tube. Again, if you'd like to be a part, get in touch with us through harnestube@gmail.com, through our website, or through our Facebook site. We would love to hear from you. So as we get ready to go here and finish up, that is what we're going to be next week. Let's take a look at what's going on here in the program for this final race and see if we got to do any adjustments here on people's picks, as the 2-horse is scratched, and it looks like I've got to make an adjustment. David's got to make an adjustment, so he picked that horse to win. I'm just going to use the same horses that all 3 are using. The 1, the 3, and the 5 seems to be kind of a consensus. For this last race. So as we go through things here, getting ready to go off the air, we're waiting for Kirk to do this final race here as we get ready for race 12. And going into that, I'm ahead by 3 points above Brady Schrock. And we have different horses, of course, in this race, so it could be anybody's race, this last race here in Charleston.
The 12th and final race. Are you worried about an impound? The chief steward, Mr. Callahan, he looked back over his shoulder, and some of these Derby cars have gone through inspection, and he said, you know, when you go like to a NASCAR race or to an IndyCar race, you go through inspection, then the cars are impounded until race time. And he said, you know, he said, are these guys allowed to make changes to the car after they go through inspection? I guess we'll find out later tonight. Yes. Colton Smith right now is doing some work as he walks around to the front bumper area, gets ready to loosen up the hood and take a look in the engine compartment there, is making sure everything is mechanically sound before the Demo Derby gets underway tonight. By the way, our thanks to Detweiler Racing, because they will join forces with the Coles County Fair to co-sponsor the blanket here in race 12. Marcus Detweiler, of course, earlier today got the Champion Trainer Award. We've seen Marcus and his brother Jason both compete in races as drivers this week. We've seen their dad, trackside Lester. Lester has also stepped up to the plate again this year, and through his B&D Grocery has been a pick-a-winner sponsor for 2 programs here this week. It was great to get a chance Wednesday night to catch up and say hello to Lester back in the stable area. So our thanks to Detweiler Racing as they will co-sponsor the blanket for race number 12.
All right, coming back here, we shouldn't be too far from post time here, as hopefully we'll be able to call them to the post here shortly. It looks to me like I see at least a couple of the horses out, 3, maybe more, because I'm kind of blocked. As we get ready to go, there's his call to the post.
Horses are on the track for race 12, our final race of the week here at the Coles County Fair. Horsemen, thank you one and all for racing with us. A lot of times it can be a daunting task if you're going to be able to fill the entry box for 3 days of racing, and the horsemen have really done the job. If you would, please, horsemen, return your saddle pad numbers to the area where you picked them up. We'd appreciate it. Folks, you the race fans, it has been so much fun. Have you had fun at the races today? Well, that's what we like to hear, and on behalf of Clark Fairley and Stacy DeRoos, Board President Mark Grant, the whole gang, we appreciate your coming out and joining us, especially on a Friday afternoon. And also, our thanks also, we've got the folks who have been positioned patrolling the crossover, making sure everything stays safe as the Derby drivers come across here to the infield. We've had the Charleston Fire Department paramedic unit standing by as well, track conditioning crew. They've done their usual great job here this week, so thank you one and all. We appreciate it. It really does take a lot of effort from a lot of folks to make these races happen. So on behalf of Clark and Stacy and the crew, thank you. Thanks again to Pilsen Auto Center for the truck pulling the harrow this week, to Berkey's and Wabash Valley Service. They are off and trotting in the 12th and final race as they head down to the first turn. Woodside Acres Dirk is right out for the early lead. RK's Daddy Wags is off stride. RK's Daddy Wags is on a break. But Woodside Acres Dirk, speaking of the Detweiler stable, owned by Lester and Jason, trained and driven by Marcus Detweiler, Woodside Acres Acres Dirk is your leader. Lose Venom for the Flacco Family Farms and trainer Roshan Trigg and driver Denarius Dorch goes second. And then Do Better Des for Marcus, Jason, and Lester Detweiler. And trainer Marcus and driver Jason Detweiler a close third. But then there's a gap of 25 more lengths back to RK's Daddy Wags for the MM&D Racing and Stephen J. Wagner. 32-3 for the opening quarter, 32 and 3/5 seconds. They work their way toward the halfway point. Woodside Acres Dirk is your leader. Woodside Acres Dirk leads by 2 lengths. And again, that is Marcus Detweiler in the race bike, your champion trainer for 2026 at the Coles County Fair. Lose Venom with Denarius Dorch right there in second. And Do Better Des is a close third as they go on by the half-mile mark and work their way back toward the east end of the track. And then further back, RK's Daddy Wags is last. 106-2, the time for the first half mile, 106-2. Should have mentioned South Central FS a moment ago. Don't want to neglect them as they have helped provide a water wagon for track conditioning this week. Here comes the challenge, folks. Lose Venom is out and driving to take the lead at the midpoint of the backstretch. Lose Venom is on top here by a half length, but Woodside Acres Dirk is fighting back to the inside, and Do Better Des is closing in third, 2 lengths off the lead, then a gap of 25 more lengths to RK's Daddy Wags. 137-2 at the 3/4, 137-2. Jason Detweiler, he's looking for racing room. Oh, he splits the difference. Find the racing room. Somehow he did. What a move by Jason Detweiler. From left to right, he found an opening between the other two. Look at these 3 trotters. They're lined up across the track. They're at it again. They're matching strides. Here's the wire. What a finish. That's amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing. 3 horses hit the wire together. That is a photo finish for the win. We will defer to Jessica Bruner, our photo finish technician. Folks in the grandstand, did you like that finish? That's right. Our speed superintendent, Clark Fairley, he said, that's the way to end a race program, and you couldn't have scripted it any better than that. We have had, 32 races or so this week, 10, 10, and 12, the 32nd and final race of the week, and it results in a 3-horse blanket photo finish. We'll get the result for you in just a moment. Time for the mile, 2:07 and 4/5. Sit tight. We've got the $100 draw for our final pick a winner of the day, courtesy of I-57 Roofing. And thanks again also to Mark Grant and his team at Joey's, the co-sponsors today of Pick a Winner. The drivers involved in the photo are all sharing a laugh about how competitive that race was. They're congratulating one another. We can hear their voices coming across the infield. We hear laughter, and we can hear who won? I don't know. Who do you think got it? Well, we're about to find out. Amazing how intense the competition can be, but the horseman's community at the same time, a very close-knit community. Jessica Bruner has sent the image of the photo by smartphone to the stewards here in the infield judges stand. Result of the photo shows the winner to be number 5, Woodside Acres Dirk. That horse had set the pace and looked like he was on the verge of getting swallowed up by the other 2 when they turned for home. Give credit to that horse. What did we talk about a moment ago? Heart and courage. And there's a great example. When the going got tough, the tough got going, as the saying goes. And what a day for Marcus Detweiler. That is 3 wins for him as trainer and as driver. How about a hand for your winner? This race has just shot to the top of the leaderboard for the annual Horse Talk Today County Fair Race of the Year. And we've still got several fairs to go, but I don't know. It's going to be tough to top that finish. And a reminder that Detweiler Racing is the co-sponsor of the blanket here, along with the Coles County Fair. Woodside Acres Dirk Owned by Lester and Jason Datweiler. 3 wins as owner today for Lester Datweiler. 3 for Marcus as trainer-driver. The winning trotter, a 3-year-old gelded son of Southwind Chrome, bred by Freeman Yoder. Time for the mile, 2:07.4. He's ready to go back to the barn, isn't he, folks? Marcus is smiling and nodding his head. Did you notice, ladies and gentlemen, first career victory for your winning trotter? How about that? I don't know if horses have discussions about their races, but this horse, if he talks to his buddies and they start talking about the day they got their first win, I think he's going to have a story that can top them all. What a finish here in race 12. Jessica Bruner is not only our photo finish technician, but our trackside winner circle photographer. Rundown coming up. And again, stay with us, folks. $100 pick-a-winner draw coming up shortly. We'll get you the rundown right now. You good here, bud? Yeah. 2 scratch, 3, 4, 1. And here is the full field rundown. It's official for that 12th race as Marcus Datweiler gets a fist bump from his father, Lester, and gets ready to head back to the stable area after a day of excellent work and 3 trips to the winner's circle. Here's the full field official rundown for the 12th. Lou's Venom was the runner-up. Bill's Ardu Lou was scratched. Do Better Des was 3rd. RK's Daddy Wags 4th. And Woodside Acres Dirk the winner. 32-3 at the quarter. 106-2 at the half. 3 quarters, 137 2/5, and the time for the mile, 2:07 4/5 of a second. Reads down 2, scratch 3, 4, 1. All right, there's $100 waiting for somebody. Let's go to the grandstand and play Pick a Winner.
As we finish up there, Brady ends up taking me by 10 points in that last race. I didn't agree with the photo finish, but that's me sitting here in a chair and not the photo finish person. But he wins with 751 points. I'm 741, Lisa 698, and David 652. Well, that's going to be the end of our racing today. And again, we'll see you in the winner's circle.